calling back. We're going to try to give her a call again, and then she just added another phone number to the 13-year-old grandson who's possibly with the daughter. Step out with this.
2412.
Veteran crisis hotline calling in, so they have a female veteran off her medication. She's at work to Safe Haven. Attacking 12, take a check that one out.
6 Rumble, 2 1 start, take a shot.
Officer still stands for talk? No. Offender in custody? Let me know.
Sweet. Can you let us supervise this on the
I'm sorry, we're not copying your lunch location. Try that one more time for me.
Happy Friday night, everybody. You know I gotta wait for that beautiful saxophone sound. I just love it. That's the mood just right. We're gonna hang out tonight. Got some news for you. Thank you for hopping in. Appreciate you. Thank you for all your ticket numbers and your support. It means everything. See a lot of beautiful people in here tonight. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. A lot of stuff been going on the last couple days. A lot of stuff been going on. I've been like I told you guys a couple weeks ago, and as I've been doing some work with some other connections, doing some work with some other families out there. And I got some good news for you. I want to say shout out to a couple people. We're going to be getting together Monday through Friday all next week. We're going to be out there doing some searching. I've had some conversations in the background to make sure that is a safe environment. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and resume on some searches for Sebastian. Now it's going to be a little different, obviously, but at the same time, we're going to be out there. We're going to have the crew, and it's going to be a safe and effective search. You know, this last week as I've been doing work with these other families, and I'm sitting there going, man, it's such a shame. It's such a shame that the no receipt Nancy's and the misinfo sheep have made it such a dangerous position. And now that I've had these conversations in the background, I'm confident that it's going to be a safe environment so we can have effective searches. So we will be resuming our searches. We are going to be there all week, and I mean all week. We're going to be there. So I want to say thank you to those that helped make it possible for us to get back out there. I want to say thank you. You know, as I've been working with these other families and doing these things, that's why I haven't really been live that much the last week here. But you know, I want to say shout out to Terry Lynn. She's been doing some major marathon streams like we were, so I want to say shout out to her. Out there all night, all day, all night. So, you know, shout out to her. It's just, you know, I'm seeing these half-ass, you know, this half-ass shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so that's why the last couple days, after the conversations in the background, reaching out to some connections and making sure that we can have this safe environment for these effective searches, because I'm tired of seeing the bullshit. I do want to say shout out to Terry Lynn for the marathon streams out there all day, all night. but the other is just it's just bullshit. And Sebastian Sebastian deserves better. So we're gonna be back out there. Coming soon. Might even be tomorrow, might even be Sunday. But all next week is for damn sure. We're gonna be out there. So thank you to everybody who made that possible. I appreciate it. And I can't get back. I can't wait to get back to helping not only these other families, but Sebastian as well. So, with that being said, I want to share something real quick with you guys. And I don't know. There's something coming out later. We're going to check it out. Thank you, Mythical. There's something coming out here later. There's supposed to be, I think, a new spokesperson. A new spokesperson for the Sebastian Rogers case, and I'm wondering if this has something to do with it. Because when we were watching the remember we were watching the Web Sleuth show? We were watching the Web Sleuth show, and she was asked that specific question about if she was working with people that were SOs, and she I'm not going to comment. It's like bullshit. That's a bunch of bullshit. When we first had the first conversation on the phone with them, they told me and my team that they had all these spots that they were already reached out to Seth and the other family, Katie, Chris. They reached out to him. They were referred to a PI. They were already in talks with the PI, already in talks with spots that they needed to go check with the dog in the boat. This was the first conversation we had. They had already had all this set up. They had already had all this set up and all this communication between them by the time we had our first conversation. So when we're sitting there watching that dodge of a question, it's like, excuse me, when we hear in our first conversation with those individuals that they already have spots, they already have days that they're going, they already have all this stuff conversated and discussed and planned, why would we think anything else? It's ridiculous, the bullshit that is going on around there. And it's fucking ridiculous that somebody couldn't answer that question, because that could have really, you know what I'm saying? It could have made for a different situation in turn, which would have made for an effective search for Sebastian because of the safety that it takes. So now I'm wondering, is this new spokesperson have to do because of this comment that came out a couple days ago? I think somebody might just be in it for the publicity. I don't know. You tell me. Listen to how professional this is, because that dodge of a question was not professional. This is not professional as well. Is this why there's going to be a new spokesperson that's going to be announced tonight in about an hour and a half? Because look at this. Of course, this is facts. If you think you see Sebastian, please do not wait several days to call law enforcement. Just like when the photo came out, I said something's weird even before we were doing our show, because number one, where's the other photos? Because you would have taken a lot more. You would have figured out who he was with. You would have figured out what they were wearing. You would have figured out the vehicle. You would already done placed the call as soon as you thought, right? When you go to take the picture, before you even take the picture, you're making the phone call. So you're making the phone call, you do all these things. Why didn't all these things take place, right? That's why I said from the very beginning, something's off. Something is off. That's why we dug into the photo a couple shows ago and really haven't discussed it since. But this is factual. But I'm talking professional, just like the dodge of the question the other night. I'm still waiting for Miss DXM to answer that question so it helps everybody else out there understand the truth of the situation. Because a lot of bullshit is being spread by no receipt Nancy's and the misinfo sheep. Now, if you think you see Sebastian, please do not wait several days to call law enforcement. Call 911 immediately. Like we said. Because the cops should be showing up by the time fucking 5 minutes. You know what I mean? 5 minutes. Cops should be showing up, yo. It does not give any opportunity for. Come on now. But this is about professionalism. You do not leave the location until you know they are coming. Call his name. I don't know if I would call his name. Think about it. Why would you call his name? Why? Why? So then you could alert the people that possibly abducted him. Oh shit, somebody knows it's Sebastian. Let's go, Billy. Think about it. Think about it. You don't call his name. You call his name when you're searching for him. You don't call his name if you think you spotted him and you see him with somebody that might have abducted him. Hello. Hello. This is where it all goes south, y'all, when it comes to professionalism. And I'm not surprised. Right where it says call his name, this is an Amber Alert. I cannot believe I have to explain this, but unfortunately I do. This is about professionalism. Just like the other night when you were asked the question, were you working with SOs on Web Sleuth Show? Because if you would have said that, then maybe we wouldn't have fucking worked with them. But when we think that the PIs who, what's their job, people? Their job is to get the information of people. Hello? Is that my job? My job is to search. My job is to search for Sebastian and help in any way possible. Am I a PI? No, I'm not. Do I hear when the people are working with the PI? Do I think that the PI did her fucking job? Yes. Is it my responsibility to take the fucking brunt of all of it because they didn't do their fucking work? No. So when it comes to answering the question, be professional. And be professional and edit this post and delete everything from I do to call his name. Is this why we're going to have a new spokesperson announcement tonight? Answer your damn question, Chloe. This is ridiculous. Because these people out here, these little sheep that want to do their shows about work. What are you working on? What are you working on? Oh, I'm working on sitting back talking about other people. Rock on. And then look what happens. These baby sheep are born. These baby sheep are born. And then they go running around outside the pen and they start, oh, guess what? Guess what? This is how we're told how to walk. Come on now. So what the hell is this conversation? Even though I haven't been doing my shows, and let's put this up here. If you guys want to know our search area, this is our search area. Okay. Ooh, hold on. I cut my head off there. If you want to know our search area, this is our search area. Am I going to be taking your request? No, I am not. Maybe for the future, but not necessarily for that search. Do I have all of my homework that I've kept from all of my stuff when it comes to my searches, when it comes to all the locations of places I still want to go? Yes, I do. Does it include this area? Yes, it does. So you're going to be seeing this message when we're out on our searches. No locations. We will not be revealing locations or taking requests on locations at this time. I want to thank you for your patience and understanding when we go to do these. Doesn't mean I'm not going to take your requests for the future. It just means I've already had everything that I've wanted to do for the last 2 weeks and more. And that's what we're going to do. Oh, you didn't miss anything, honey bun. I would encourage anybody to check out the intro of the show tonight, because I think everything that we've discussed is very important when it comes to the case, when it comes to Sebastian, when it comes to everything. It is very important. Now, who do you think the new spokesperson is going to be? And number two, this whole week, what is all this stuff about the families? What is all this stuff about the families? The backgrounds and all this other stuff. And Darlene, I know everybody out there wants to. I understand. But you all are with us in spirit. And so that energy, we need that energy when we're out there doing. Because it does make a difference. It is. It's the power of energy. So, what is this stuff? I want to say shout out to Evil Exists, because when all the misinfo sheep were out there running around, Evil Exists actually gave me some support. So I want to say thank you to Evil Exists. Also, thank you for the shout out as well. Now, this has to do with, I've been seeing a lot of it going around. A lot of stuff about the family. What is this about? And Katie's mom too. Do you guys think Katie's mom is in that photo? I know I told you guys from the get-go about the pants. They weren't it. The night that it happened, I know Adidas. It's one of my favorite apparel. It wasn't it. Now, when it comes to the photo, I know that there's still discussion about the photo. I still have yet to hear yay or nay. There's no confirmation. Now, when it comes to the mother, I haven't really. Listen, I don't look at the backgrounds. I don't. When it comes to the family, it is. I'm not looking for the family. I'm looking for Sebastian, and they're not around. You know what I'm saying? They're not around. So, uh, so be it. You know, we've even had the Proudfoot family drive by us. You know what I'm saying? When didn't even know. Didn't even know. What is this?
Katie Proudfoot, the biological mother of missing 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers, hasn't spoken out too much about her son, and hasn't really expressed emotion during her interviews. Most of the time, she let her husband do the talking, and once she decided not to show her face on camera because she was apparently too emotional. I think she was afraid that the internet would scrutinize every facial expression, etc. Many online can't comprehend why Katie is not screaming from the rooftops for her son. Why is she not out there searching or attending the vigils? Chris blamed police for them not attending the vigils. Apparently, police were at the house for a few of the vigils, and that's why they couldn't attend. People are pointing the finger at Katie because she was the last person to see Sebastian, and claims she heard a thud coming from his room, but never bothered to check. Instead, she just screamed for him to stop what he is doing and go to bed. Katie's mother has come up a few times now, due to the fact that there is a resemblance between her and this woman seen in this picture. Her name is Frances Suzette Rosenbaum, and I've seen comments that say she is a registered S offender from North Carolina. Found this online that says Frances Suzette Rosenbaum. The charge is SA by parent or guardian. The age of the child is not disclosed, just says minor. Conviction date is in 2002. Look at her picture closely, and let's compare it to this lady in pink. I would say they more or less the same height and build. Hair color seems the same too.
I mean, it could easily be. Here, let me rewind it. You know, it could easily be.
Look closely, and let's compare it to this lady in pink. I would say they more or less the same height and build. Hair color seems the same too. Do you guys think Sebastian could be with her? His grandmother? Could this have been a hoax all the time? Is that why Katie is not searching, because she knows exactly where Sebastian is? If this is the case, and Sebastian has been sent to his grandmother, maybe because Katie didn't want him with Seth and Chris didn't want him at the house, then there are huge problems too for wasting resources and law enforcement's time. What do you think? Is it Sebastian's grandmother in the picture?
All right, so we're going to go into it here. We're going to, I mean, just because the person's wearing a watch, it's not even the same watch. Look, and she's wearing two. That's not even a watch on the left hand, okay? So I've heard people, she's wearing a watch on the same hand. No, she's not. That's a bracelet. Her watch is on her right hand. The watch on here is on this person's left hand. They're not wearing the watch on the. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It could easily be, you know what I mean? Like, when were these photos taken? Right? Right, Moonvale? When were these photos even taken? The conspiracies are getting crazy, and what they're doing is they're taking, like, we don't even know. Where's it at? We don't even know. We don't even know when this picture was taken. We don't even know when it was taken. Like, we went into, like, the foliage. You know, we went into the foliage. We showed the live cams. Like, if you guys want to see it again, here. We went into the foliage. We went into the cams. When this picture came out, it came out like a couple hours before we were doing our show. So we already went into it a couple days ago. Here's the live cam. I'll drop the link for you guys so you can have it for yourself. It's got different cameras. They're live. They're from the same area. And you can, right here, Grandfather Mountain Lake. You can go through all these different webcams. You can go through all these different webcams. You can see the foliage. Let's zoom it back up here. You can see the foliage. Here, let's rewind it. There you go. You can see the foliage. This is live. This is live. This is live. So if this picture was recent, how is it recent? If that was live and this was recent, it's a completely different background. Does this picture? It's like when the picture came out that day. Does the picture look like it came out in February? Yes. Does it look like it came out in March? Yeah, it does. But in that area, anybody that lives in that area knows that shit was blooming early as hell, you guys. Anybody that lives in that area knows shit was blooming early. The pollen was out early as hell, and it was out with a vengeance. Shit was sprouting early as hell. Was this picture taken in February? Maybe. Was it taken in March? Possibly. Was it taken last month? No. Was it taken a couple days ago? No. It wasn't. This is live. This is what we were showing when the photo first came out. Like, thanks to the community. Hey, CJ, here's a link with the live webcams. We got another link too, for the Blue Mountain or Blue Ridge Parkway, whatever. Happy birthday to your son, Sarah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is everybody knows that lives in that area that's from there. If you're from there, shout it out. You know what I'm saying? You know I ain't bullshit. If you live in that area, shit was sprouting early as hell. It was sprouting in March. Middle March. Middle March, it was starting to already just This is live. I don't know. Is it, Amanda? What I'm saying is when it comes to this picture, look at the foliage. It's not recent. This is not recent. This is February, maybe, if that's even the time. Is that from a couple days ago when it came out? No. Look at the foliage. If you want a link to the webcam that we were just looking at, here you go. Here's the link for you. Use it for your information. Oh, YouTube cut it off. Hold on. Here's this link instead. Here's all the web cameras. This one will actually fit in YouTube's message box. Right there. Medioblue.com, blah, 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 blah. It's not the same. It's not the same time. Can that picture be recent? No. No, it can't. All right, give me 1 second here. Now, this is bed crime stories about the theory of the family member. We love her channel here. I just want it's a huge difference. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I always said before we even did the show that morning, when the photo came out, I was already talking to the mods. I was like, look, we were all discussing it. Like, look, you would have placed the call, you would have taken multiple pictures, you would have found out who he was with, you would have, you know what I mean? And that's when the cops are showing up. That's when the cops were showing up. This is not some drop some photo and create a bunch of hoorah-rah. Like, the shit that does to the family, man. You know what I mean? The shit that does to the family. So, yeah, you gotta take it seriously. It's a tip. 'Cause look, we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. We don't even know if this lady is with him. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know if this lady is with him. And we don't even know if this is Sebastian. We don't know when the picture was taken. We don't know anything. Peace, Slims. Aw, thank you so much. Contribution call out. The $10 super chat for your dedication, CJ. B Slims, thank you. Thank you for your contribution, and thank you for you've been around a long time to support the show. It really means a lot. Oh, you mean from the other night when he was on the Web Sleuth show? Is that what you mean? That's right, Darlene. It's a lot of diversions. You know what I mean? Just like just like these I wanna say shout out to Terry Lynn because she's doing what we were doing with the the just the marathon fucking searches. Like, shout out to her. It's just the other diversions from the efforts, you know? You go to help community, and then they just talk shit about you know? It's like, what the hell? Going to the same stores that bought your ass equipment, you know? It's like, what the hell? Aw, Samantha, I'm not gonna miss it tonight. Contribution call out. Again, a double contribution for the other night when you did it as well. 5 gifted memberships tonight. It should actually show me who's being gifted if it's still not bugging. It's still bugging. It's not showing. There it is. Mythical, Crystal, Casey, Kim, and Moonvale were all gifted memberships. Appreciate it very much. Thank you, Samantha Joy, for all your support out there as well. What's up, TV? I mean, we did a show on it the morning then it came out. I'm not saying it's debunked. I'm just saying, look at the foliage. That's why I'm saying something seems off. something seems off because listen, I drive through that area all the time. All you guys know, I drive through that Blue Ridge Parkway, yada yada, all the time. And when I see is when this photo popped up the morning before my show even started, and I looked at the photo, I'm going, "Yo, that's like February. That's like February." So, from the get-go, I'm like, "Something's off, you guys. Something's off." Now, the parents, they're gonna know what he looks like, looking down like that, do we? No. Alright, we're gonna check out this, bed crime story video. Shout out to shout out to her. She was also very supportive during that dumb shit from the misinfo sheet. I'm gonna check this out here real quick about the theory. So, let me get it switched up. And we got about 45 minutes or an hour until we hear this news of who this new spokesperson is. I'm very interested to hear who it is and why. I kind of have a feeling. I don't know. We'll see. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. Appreciate you.
Welcome to Bed Crime Stories podcast. I'm your host, T. To my loyal listeners, I hope you're all having a great day. To anyone new here, a warm welcome. Thank you for checking out my channel. Do me a favor, if you enjoy this video, smash that like button and consider subscribing. Also, if you want to hear me talk about true crime using the words that say it like it is, the M word, the S word for unaliving, then please consider a membership or a Patreon membership. If I can get enough of those, then I don't have to rely on the ad revenue, and you can get tea of bed crime stories uncensored. Now, with all that out of the way, let's dig in. Yesterday,
she's got such a great voice, I'm telling you. Ever since I started doing my show it's been about a year and a half now. Ever since I started doing my show, I used to watch her videos before I even thought about doing a show, and I just the thing that brought me in was the intro that sounds like Beavis and Butthead. I just love it. I love it. And her voice is just I just love her voice. I don't know. I think it'd be cool. I mean, I know I'm a nobody. It'd be cool to do a show sometime. Like even if we talk about just a weird topic, I don't know, just some weird shit. like pyramids or something, just talking about it.
A local Tennessee YouTuber named Terry Lynn was out searching for.
And I want to say shout out to her for all those marathon searches out there. Appreciate all the effort for Sebastian, because we all know there for a while we were the only ones really there trying to get around, figure out, so appreciate her.
For missing teen Sebastian Rogers in a wild, woolly area with a lot of brush and some water. Terry spotted a pair of black track pants with white stripes in an area beyond a body of water. Terry.
What the fuck is this? Oh, okay. So oh, wow. I didn't even know this. Interesting. Somebody screenshotted. I didn't even know that somebody screenshotted my fucking post. What the hell? Yeah.
Did the right thing. She didn't touch the pants. She stayed close to them. And she called the authorities, who later came out to bag them and
didn't even know.
And ironically, the male officer who was out there refused to get into the water because he had a new crease in his pants. and he didn't want to get wet. But when his supervisor showed up, she dove right in and went and got the pants. She then begged them and tagged them. Want to get a job done? Call in the gals. Terry said they appeared to be a small size. Well, the pants turned out to be much ado about nothing. The authorities are saying that they have nothing to do with the case of Sebastian Rogers. I wanted to talk a little bit more about the photograph, the one showing a child who looks a lot like Sebastian, and that was taken in North Carolina. Sebastian's father, Seth, believes the photo is legitimate and that it is Sebastian who's standing next to a column. Now, I heard another YouTuber state today that Seth is in North Carolina. That is not true. According to a source close to the family, Seth Rogers is not in North Carolina. It has also come out that a woman believed to be Katie Proudfoot's 54-year-old mother, Frances Suzette Rosenbaum, who lives in Virginia, is both an RSO and resembles the blonde woman in the photo that was taken in North Carolina. But guys, it seems like every middle-aged blonde woman who wears her hair up or in a bun is being said to look like the woman in the photo.
Right. Even the whole the activity with the security camera, right? And all that activity and how somebody must have had a bun. Oh my gosh, was it her? It's like, oh my lord. Oh my lord. Come on, let's let's stick to the facts. Let's stick to the information. Let's stick to what the family's saying. Let's stick to the reports. Let's stick to the statements. It's crazy. You see what I'm saying? When there's this hot topic, it just there's like just videos all over the place.
So this is just,
You know what I'm saying? There's just it's like, what the hell? Bam.
people speculating. Don't take it as fact. Rosenbaum was charged and convicted in 2002 under Virginia Code 61-8D-5, which is the essay by a parent, guardian, or person in a position of trust to a child. Not good. So Rosenbaum was released from prison in 2007. And again, she lives in Virginia, not in North Carolina. Some people are now coming up with a theory wherein Katie Proudfoot did not want Sebastian to go and live with his father, Seth Rogers, and so somehow she contacted her estranged mother, I should say her rumored to be estranged mother, and arranged to have Sebastian nabbed by this estranged mother and hidden away to prevent Sebastian from going to live with Seth full time. And the people are saying that because Katie accused Seth of abusing Sebastian or using DV in the home against their son when they went through their contentious divorce, that this is why she would want to protect Sebastian from Seth. Seth has denied that he ever did any of that stuff, and I believe the case was closed, so it's unclear if he actually did any of that or not. I'm thinking that this theory is a possibility, but I'm not sure it's the most logical explanation for Sebastian's disappearance. It seems a bit elaborate, but a lot of people love these kind of theories. They love being sent down rabbit holes and chasing red herrings. I would hate to see this case descend into another Summerwells debacle. Why can't we for once have a missing child from a family without scary skeletons in their closet? Sadly, I think this says a lot about the realities of life these days. SA predators lurk among us, often in our neighborhoods. sometimes even in our own families. This crap is simply way too prevalent. And then we have fathers and mothers who sometimes become adversaries and they split up and have to deal with custody issues. And so often the children become pawns in the game and they're the ones who suffer the most. So while I'm saying this theory of the grandmother taking Sebastian, I'm saying that I find it not as plausible as maybe other theories, I have to admit that it is a possibility. I mean, we've seen so many cases lately where grandmothers have gotten involved in custody issues and done terrible things to gain custody because they want to control the grandchild. I mean, I
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say, what about this case right
can't
here?
deny it. Look at the
Right?
2 women in Kansas who died
Crazy.
because of custody issues and a crazed grandmother. Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelly, and that nutter of a grandmother, Tiffany Adams. And who has a grandmother named Tiffany, by the way? Tiffany just sounds so youthful. Look at Donna Adelson, another crazed grandmother, allegedly, who got involved in this to get her grandchildren closer to her. But in Sebastian Rogers' case, we've got feuding parents, stepfather with a track record, allegedly, of having a big mouth. I mean, that's not allegedly, we know that. A callous nature, we also know that. And slap happy hands, who's been accused by at least one ex-wife of inflicting emotional and physical pain on that wife and on former and current children and stepchildren. I'm basing my assessment there of Chris Proudfoot on what his neighbors in Hendersonville, Tennessee, allegedly said about him, as well as what his ex-wife Nina Gomez said. This is all allegedly, of course, because CP has never been charged with DV that I'm aware of or convicted of it. So Chris, don't get your knickers all scrunched up. But of course, Chris hasn't done himself any favors by turning up on YouTube and displaying his temper and callousness. But to be fair, Katie Proudfoot has also accused Sebastian's father, Seth Rogers, of not so nice behavior when it came to Sebastian. Seth, of course, as I said earlier, claimed that Katie was making that stuff up, which may or may not be true. Oy vey. Now we learn that Katie's mother may be a registered SO with blonde hair who may resemble a woman in a photo featuring a kid who looks like a carbon copy of.
Maybe. Is she or not?
Said earlier, claimed that Katie was making that stuff up, which may or may not be true. Oy vey. Now we learn that Katie's mother may be a registered.
So maybe. Is she or not? Oh, that's awesome, typically. Maybe.
That a woman believed to be Katie Proudfoot's 54-year-old mother, Frances Suzette Rosenbaum, who lives in Virginia, is both an RSO and resembles the blonde woman.
So, okay. So this isn't is this her mom or not? But is it maybe her mom? Now, I don't just, I'm not just doing this. I'm actually doing like work with other shit. Is is this her mom or what's up, Purge? Oh, we pray hard every day, Lee. You see why I don't make little ass videos all the time? Right, that's what I'm saying, hide and seek. I'm fucking confused now. What's up, Jody? I'm confused. I don't know. Is it true? I'm, I'm confused. So the birth mom. What's up, Morgan? I'm confused. That's right. Thank you, Captain. I'm beyond confused myself here. I'm also confused. We're not confused about Team Sebastian. People are assuming she was adopted. See what I'm saying? It's about as confusing as the frickin' photo. So that's the birth mom. Hold on, let me. So that's the birth mom. SOS life raft. And I don't know. That's right. Save me. Save me from the sea of confusion. Man, those are some huge tidal waves tonight, aren't they, Kelly? Those sea of confusion waves. It's like, shit, throw me a raft too. These currents are strong. What the hell? Okay. So we're supposed to find out. We're going to go, out of respect for the content creator, we're going to go on like a couple 5-minute delay or so. But there's supposed to be some new spokesperson being announced tonight. Like I said, we're going to go on delay just out of respect, but we're still going to check it out. And we're going to share the links as well. I wonder who it's going to be. I wonder why. I want to say a special shout out to, hold on 1 second, I got to get the video here. Now, we watched the J for Justice, right? We watched J for Justice. She did a video. She did a video on, remember the activity with all of the stuff going on down the road, right? That security cam. And I didn't even realize this. Have I met Mom's ex-husband? No. I haven't met any of them except for one family member that came up to me during a search. That's it. What's up, Nana? That's it. I only ran into one that came up to me when I was out in the middle of doing a search. I was actually out like 20, 30 feet into the woods doing my search. And I didn't even know who it was. We are going to be doing it a little different. I'm in for a big surprise. Why is that? If the mother, then why would Katie want the child? I don't know. That's a good question, RN. No, I don't know about the stepdad. What the hell? Wait, I'm a lord. I'm still listen, I'm already confused now. I'm already confused now because of like all of this. Could it be? Maybe. Huh? Oh, yes. That that's what that's the info that I got then. Okay. Yeah. I mean, gosh, when was that? Shout out Katrina. I mean, that was at 2:30 today. So, yeah, I read that stuff and I was like, "Whoa, this is some sick shit. This is some sick shit." What's up, Savvy Sam? Right, RN? I'm a simple man. You're going to get even more confused. Toxic soup. Okay. I was wondering. Okay, we'll go through them here in a minute then, I suppose. Um, but I want to finish a shout out here. Now, when we were doing the show with Sebastian and Riley, we watched some of the Riley Strain footage, and then we watched Jay for Justice, and she was going through the camera feed with the zooms and all that stuff. When it came to that security camera that showed all that activity going on, all of those people moving around a lot and all of that, like were they bending over, were they loading, like what the hell was going on, right? I didn't even realize this. I didn't even realize this. That she was actually using the same person that we were promoting before. And so I wanted to play it for you guys, just her video, and I want to give her a special shout out because I didn't even know. Here I thought it was Jay that did it, and I just missed who actually did. So I want to give a special shout out because uh, we- she needs a whole bunch of love for that. Let me see here. So I think this was like 30 minutes, and she does a lot of work too when it comes to Riley's case as well. So the suspicious trash truck video. Here's her channel, True Crime Deep Dive. If you're not sub, please go sub. And this is her page. Let's see. This is her page. Let me get me out of the way. That way, when you go to the right channel, you'll know this is exactly who it is. Definitely go check her out. She does a lot of great work when it comes to the video edits and stuff. Oh, there you are, right there. There she is, right there. No, she does a great job when it comes to these edits. And I want to show the actual video for you guys, and I'll share the link for that too. So please go drop a like and drop a heart or a trophy in the comment box, and it'll help get it out there. See, it's only got 160 views, but I'm gonna show. Here's the mini one, and then I'm gonna show the 30-minute one. We're gonna drop both links. I gotta hit mute just as a copy. Here's this link. So close to 1K. So close to 1K. Here, I gotta shrink this up for those two. So let me drop. There's the link for that, and then I'm gonna drop the 30-minute version. And then here's the 30-minute version. the link for that. Oh, thank you, Treat. What's up, Busby? Let me see. Here, let me zoom it up a little more. Give you guys a little bit bigger picture there. So shout out to her for all the hard work. And oh, look at that, the colorful arrows. Oh, you're good, Busby. It ain't no worry. It's a Friday night. All this technology is secondary to all you guys' family, you know? Go ahead, talk to me, Treed. Talk to me. All right, let me get these other photos ready here. So this is just a 4-minute video showing you the activity close up. What's the theory, Treed? Oh, thank you so much for the kind words, Amanda. I appreciate that. Well, and what about in like a video also there was somebody had mentioned about the backwards for Riley, a backwards video for Riley. She said she made one of those as well. Trust me, we'll be linking up here in the future once I get through these meetings that I've been having this week and then we get to more solidified thing, then I'm going to be starting to get the other stuff here added on and set up. Just that process thing. Right. He was asked about the furniture and did see that. Now, when was this on the conversation he had with Terry Lynn? Because we never checked that one out yet. I haven't even watched it. It's like 3 hours, right? I mean, we could watch it tonight. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Here's the link for the 30-minute one. And let me... All right, so here's this one. And again, this is Kaylee True Crime Deep Dive. Here's the link. That's the 30-minute one. And we'll go back and we'll play this 4-minute one again with the zoomed in activity. So we'll switch back to this. I just wanted to share the 25, 30-minute one with you guys. Thank you for all your hard work. Oh, yeah. They've already been productive. I mean, you guys saw the... Speaking of, click on this link. It's already been productive. All you have to do is type in !Riley GoPro, and it'll drop you a link for the GoPro playlist of all the riverbank search and scenarios on location and all the different angles when it comes to the street, riverbank, and boat. Oh yeah, they've been productive. I've been getting some, and we've been working on stuff for next week. So yeah, we've been working on stuff for next week, and then a half a week after that. So just things got pushed back just because of the dumbass misinfo sheep out there creating bullshit. But we're good. Casey. That's the problem. All I do is work, Casey. Because I just feel like I don't have time to. I got time to work and that's it. Because I'm. Who knows how long we'll be here? I'm trying to. Just trying to get everything. All that energy out there that I can. Well, if anybody's just joining, I encourage you to go check out the intro. We got some important news for you guys coming up. Definitely a lot of activity. Definitely a lot of activity. Let's see if there's any updates here. We got about, I don't know, 20 minutes, and then we're going to be finding out who this new spokesperson is. Who do you think it's going to be? Who do you think this new spokesperson is going to be? Let's see here. I'm not seeing nothing. Let's see, is there any searching? I don't think so. Doesn't look so. If they sent him off, why declare him missing? I don't know. I don't understand this new speculation that's been going around. I really don't. Oh hell yeah, I love new furniture. I need to get some. I saw the neighbor interview. Send it to me, Casey. What interview is this? COO Prime. Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Let me look. How long was the interview? I was gonna check something else out, but it's from the behavior panel. When was this? What episode was this? Which one? Yeah, let me know which one it is and what the timestamp is. Oh, neighbor speaks. Oh, it's the members only. I don't want to do that. Yeah. Is it from Alive? Okay. Sprayed him with a pressure washer. I had heard something. I was hearing something, but then, I always just assume I could go back. But that's okay. I'll just have to watch it in the background. All right, let me see here. Let's go through these pictures. All right, let's open that one next. We'll go to, let's see here. This one. Not sure the order here. All right, there's that. Is that the thing on TikTok? What's up, Maria? Is that the thing on TikTok? Scotty. Brittany J has. What is this?
I just tried to get in I had the value over 100 some pounds.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. And me and my daughter and my mom come up to Hendersonville, Tennessee back about 3 or 4 weeks ago to help Seth look for Sebastian.
Uh-huh.
We also talked to Chris Proudfoot while we were up there.
Uh-huh.
And so now that we're back, I live maybe 18 miles from where this picture was taken. So my mom and I just come back from there.
Yeah.
We have pictures of everything. And I got interrogated. I got pulled into a actual conference room, and just letting you know that I got interrogated like you wouldn't believe up there.
By who?
By the people from the actual place at Grandfather Mountain.
Okay, they were interrogating you when you went there? About what?
Yeah,
About Seth?
I had flyers, and I put them out up there.
Uh-huh.
I spoke to Katie and Chris before I went there the last time, or past time.
Uh-huh.
And I told them that I would be glad to drive up there. It's a $25 admission fee to get in if you go up there where he was at, or if this picture is real, which I'm hoping it is. That's the reason why I went.
Uh-huh.
And so when I went up there, I gave the guy at the booth that will we pay to get the admission, I gave them a flyer of Sebastian, because we have handed them all out in North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
So when I went in, we went up to the actual location where the picture was taken. I stood on the same rock, took a picture of a selfie of myself of how he would be standing. The trees are bare up there because they had snow on up till March.
Yeah.
Our Caldwell County line runs into Watauga County. So if they get snow up there, our schools are out. So that's how close I am. And
so you think this is somebody that may have been passing through, or somebody from the area that may have just went there to visit?
Well, you look at it I looked at it from this because technically, to enroll people in schools in this area, you have to have a birth certificate, their immunization chart,
Well, yeah.
different things that they would have had to have. If this kid is 10, they would have had to have, if he's in school, they would have had to have all that information unless, but everybody's at home on their hands that they can sit here and make fake IDs and stuff like that. They could have done that. I think that it was a spur of the moment, but I really do believe this is him. Now, Chris and Katie.
Yeah, but how would you get his school records? They ain't gonna let you enroll in school without school records.
That's what I'm saying. So he couldn't be in school here if it's in.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I was looking at. But like I said, I have been tempted just to put that picture of the lady on there and see if anybody in this area knows her.
Uh-huh.
But I haven't yet. So
okay, so when you got there and you gave out the flyers, so what did they say to you?
I went on up to the resource center where he was at, because right there is where all the animals, and it tells you everything that you can do. There's a mile-high swinging bridge there that you can cross. And but when you are at that center, I went in and I asked the lady. I just bluntly asked her, so I'll investigate better than the FBI will. I don't care. But I asked her, I said, were you working April 27th? And she said, no, I don't think so. She said, what's this in regards to? I said, the Sebastian Rogers case. I said, the little boy that was supposedly seen out here resembles him very much. I showed him the pictures, and she immediately got on the radio and called for somebody to come up there.
Uh-huh.
This guy coming, and he told me, he said, if you will, just follow me down to the office. He said, we can talk discreetly down there. I said, why can't we talk here? He said, because I'm not allowed to. So when I got there, there were 2 other people waiting on me.
Uh-huh.
So when we went down there, he asked me for my information. Of course, I gave it to him because I have nothing to hide. I showed him the paper that I signed up on Seth's list to help search and hand out flyers. I showed him that. I showed him pictures that everybody is posting where he said, okay. I said, can you tell me if anybody's like law enforcement or anybody like that's been involved? He said, I can't tell you that. He would not give me no information, but he was full of questions. And a lady was sitting beside of me, and she was writing down everything I told them. So I truly believe that this has been looked into, because, a lot of people say, oh, well, I don't think CBI and all of them are doing their job, but they have looked into this. And I really feel like, all the questions and everything. And I told him, I said, look, I have nothing to hide. I'll give you all my information. I'll tell you where I live. I'll give you my phone number, everything. And I did that. And I'm just here to bring word and see, because you never know if this child, if he's going to end up back up there.
Yeah, that he may pop back up. I'm wondering if police have went and got the videos from that day. I bet you they have.
I think they have, but
that's why they probably couldn't talk about it.
Underneath the awning where he was standing, if it was daylight, there's no lights, and it is sheltered, so it was very cool under there. So it was dark under there, so it would make your hair look darker. And then again, if it's somebody that was abducted, they could have already dyed his hair, maybe tried to, get it darker or something like that.
Yeah.
And one of the things that Katie and Chris told me, Chris said that he didn't think that it was him. Katie told me on the phone that she thinks it is him.
Katie did?
Yes.
Okay.
She said that she could not tell by the shirt, but they told me that on Sebastian, his breastbone sticks out in the middle, right in the chest area. So nobody would be able to see this unless they were up close to him to tell if that was.
I didn't even know that he had a
I didn't. So they told me.
What?
Okay.
And see, when I first woke up and seen that picture, the first thing I did was, because I've contacted them, I've talked to them, I've done everything I know, to talk to them. And I've tried, I don't know how to get in touch with Seth. I do not know. But if I could, I would talk to him too, but I can't. I don't know how to get in touch with him. So, because of no social media, but I actually had messaged Chris on social media. Now, she will not talk unless Chris is right beside of her.
That's weird. That's suspect to me in itself.
I've wanted her. I've messaged her. I've begged him to tell her, say, hey, I'll talk to you. I even told her personally on the phone that day, I will talk to you. If you want to stay up all night and talk, we will stay up all night and talk if you'll just talk to me.
Yeah, she ain't saying much.
Really?
Everybody's been trying to get her on the phone, and I mean, she has a spokesperson, Chris.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was like I said, yeah, they interrogated me in an investigation room. What are you any kin to him? Are you, what's going on? Why are you up here searching? He said, and this will be turned over to the authorities. I said, turn it over. I said, I have nothing to hide. I don't care. I said, I'm just up here for a reason.
Well, they must be treating it as a serious sighting then.
Yeah, and that's what I feel like. I feel like that they believe that it is him.
Okay.
That's what I part. So if you go up there and you ask any questions, you're gonna get pulled to the office. So you're in the bad boy chair.
Huh. That's crazy. So I'm gonna have to hear that again, just one more time. And this is from TikTok, but we dropped a link for that and the link for Dolly Vision. Here, we'll listen to that again one more
Kimberly
time.
Young.
Hey, Kimberly.
I just tried to get in I had to dial you over 100 and some times.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And me and my daughter and my mom come up to Hendersonville, Tennessee back about 3 or 4 weeks ago to help Seth look for Sebastian.
Uh-huh.
We also talked to Chris Proudfoot while we were up there.
Uh-huh.
And so now that we're back, I live maybe 18 miles from where this picture was taken. So my mom and I just come back from there.
Yeah.
We have pictures of everything. And I got interrogated. I got pulled into a actual conference room, and just letting you know that I got interrogated like you wouldn't believe up there.
That's
By
crazy.
who?
By the people from the actual place at Grandfather Mountain.
Okay, they were interrogating you when you went there? About what?
Yeah,
About Seth?
because I had flyers and I put them out up there.
Uh-huh.
I spoke to Katie and Chris before I went there the last time,
Uh-huh.
and I told them that I would be glad to drive up there. It's a $25 admission fee to get in if you go up there where he was at, or if this picture is real, which I'm hoping it is. That's the reason why I went.
Uh-huh.
And so when I went up there, I gave the guy at the booth that will really pay to get the admission, I gave him a flyer of Sebastian, because we have handed them all out in North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
So when I went in, we went up to the actual location where the picture was taken. I stood on the same rock, took a picture of a selfie of myself of how he would be standing. The trees are bare up there because they had snow on up till March.
Yeah.
Our Caldwell County line runs into Watauga County. So if they get snow up there, our schools are out. So that's how close I am. And
So, you think this is somebody that may have been passing through, or somebody from the area that may have just went there to visit?
Well, you look at it, I looked at it from this, because technically to enroll people in schools in this area, you have to have a birth certificate or immunization chart, different things that they would have had to have. If this kid is 10, they would have had to have, if he's in school, they would have had to have all that information, unless, but everybody's at time on their hands that they can sit here and make fake IDs and stuff like that. They could have done that. I think that it was a spur of the moment, but I really do believe this is him. Now, Chris and Katie.
Yeah, but how would you get his school records? They ain't gonna let you enroll in school without school records.
That's what I'm saying. So he couldn't be in school here if it's in.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I was looking at. But like I said, I have been tempted just to put that picture of the lady on there and see if anybody in this area knows her.
Uh-huh.
But I haven't yet. So
okay, so when you got there and you gave out the flyer, so
Contribution, call out Cindy for the 99-cent super sticker. It's like somebody puking. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Cindy. This is crazy, you guys. I can't. What? This is crazy. What is real
What
anymore?
did they say to you?
What is real
I went
anymore?
up to the resource center where he was at, because right there is where all the animals, and it tells you everything that you can do. There's a mile-high swinging bridge there that you can cross. And but when you are at that center, I went in and I asked the lady. I just bluntly asked her, because I'll investigate better than the FBI will. I don't care. But I asked her, I said, were you working April 27th? And she said, no, I don't think so. She said, what's this in regards to? I said, the Sebastian Rogers case. I said, the little boy that was supposedly seen out here resembled him very much. I showed him the pictures, and she immediately got on the radio and called for somebody to come up there. This guy coming, and he told me, he said, if you will, just follow me down to the office. He said, we can talk discreetly down there. I said, why can't we talk here? He said, because I'm not allowed to. So when I got there, there were 2 other people waiting on me. So when we went down there, he asked me for my information. Of course, I gave it to him because I have nothing to hide. I showed him the paper that I signed up on Seth's list to help search and hand out flyers. I showed him that. I showed him pictures that everybody is posting where, and he said, okay. I said, can you tell me if anybody's like law enforcement or anybody like that's been involved? He said, I can't tell you that. He would not give me no information, but he was full of questions. And a lady was sitting beside of me, and she was writing down everything I told them. So I truly believe that this has been looked into, because, you know, a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, I don't think CBI and all of them are doing their job, but they have looked into this. And I really feel like, you know, all the questions and everything. And I told him, I said, look, I have nothing to hide. I'll give you all my information. I'll tell you where I live. I'll give you my phone number, everything. And I did that. And I'm just here to bring word and see, because you never know if this child, if he's going to end up back up there.
Yeah, that he may pop back up. I'm wondering if police have went and got the videos from that day. I bet you they have.
I think they have, but
that's why they probably couldn't talk about it.
Underneath the awning where he was standing, if it was daylight, there's no light, and it is sheltered, so it was very cool under there. So it was dark, you know, dark under there, so it would make your hair look darker. And then again, if it's somebody that was abducted, they could have already dyed his hair, maybe tried to, you know, get it darker or something like that.
Yeah.
And one of the things that Katie and Chris told me, Chris said that he didn't think that it was him. Katie told me on the phone that she thinks it is him.
Katie did?
Yes.
Okay.
She said that she could not tell by the shirt, but they told me that on Sebastian, his breastbone sticks out in the middle, right in the chest area. So nobody would have been able to see this unless they were up close to him to tell if that was.
I didn't even know that he had a
I didn't.
chest bone.
So they told me.
Okay.
And see, when I first woke up and seen that picture, the first thing I did was, because I've contacted them, I've talked to them, I've done everything I know, you know, to talk to them. And I've tried, you know, I don't know how to get in touch with Seth. I do not know. But if I could, I would talk to him too, but I can't. I don't know how to get in touch with him. So, because no social media, but I actually had messaged Chris on social media. Now, she will not talk unless Chris is right beside of her.
That's weird. That's suspect to me in itself.
I've wanted her. I've messaged her. I've begged him to tell her, say, hey, I'll talk to you. I even told her personally on the phone that day, I will talk to you. If you want to stay up all night and talk, we will stay up all night and talk. If you'll just talk to me.
Yeah, she ain't saying much. Really? Everybody's been trying to get her on the phone, and I mean, she has a spokesperson, Chris.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was like I said,
all right. That's just crazy. That is just crazy. I don't know. All right, we're going to switch to this real quick. Like I said, we're going to be on about a 5-minute delay out of respect for Pascal. Appreciate their hard work. And we're going to check this out here real quick.
Yes. No, you didn't see him on a rerun of Friends. You were seeing him.
Hello, Team Sebastian.
For Seth Rogers. So first I want to bring in Tony Mathis and, of course, Seth Rogers, of course, in the chat. Good afternoon, fellas. How y'all feeling?
Good evening. Hello, Team Sebastian.
Yes.
How you doing, Pascal?
I'm good, my brother. I'm good. First off, Tony, we got to get straight into it because I know a lot of people are going to sit there and go, wait a second. Tony looks mad familiar. Haven't I seen him on something else before? Yes. No, you didn't see him on a rerun of Friends. You were seeing him on the most recent case that he's still on and still a spokesperson for Caleb Harris. So I want to say, first off, thank you so much for stepping forward and linking up with Seth to be his spokesperson.
Of course. Of course.
Now, I'm curious, Seth, why are you having a spokesperson now?
Right? Why are you?
It's been 66 days since my son has gone missing, and dealing with searching, making sure that people are getting vetted, dealing with interviews and everything else. It's time consuming. It's stressful. And when he offered to assist me with it, God sent somebody.
That's what's up. Now, and I love that there is going to be this new alliance. You got Tony coming through, and he's going to speak on behalf of the case, because I know that you have a lot going on for yourself right now, Seth. I mean, as far as just being on there, boots on the ground, trying to find Sebastian right now, there's a lot going on. You know, you're traveling quite a bit. There's a lot of chaos, and there's got to be someone who can actually be connected to the media while you go out and do what you need to do. So, Tony, welcome to the search. Welcome to the story. How's it been so far with this whole thing right now?
It's been good. I mean, Seth and I have gotten close. I've had some good conversations with him. I've also had some good conversations with Chris and Katie. My goal was initially to try to bring everybody together and limit some of the drama that had been out there in the social media streets, as you say.
Right.
And simply want to help get everybody redirected and find Sebastian. So again, I've had a lot of good conversations with Seth. I've had good conversations with Chris and Katie, and we're not completely done. I'd love to represent them all three and get everybody working together.
Can I ask you that though? Let's get that. Let's get that out of the way. Get the elephant in the room out the way. Has there been any conversations with the Proudfoots, and why aren't you representing all three right now?
So I've laid that offer out there for Chris and Katie. Again, I had about a 2-hour phone conversation with them last week. I felt like we were in a good place. I made it known kind of how I operate, which is I do control all the media. I really would like, as I've told Seth and I told Chris the same thing, told Katie the same thing. I really would like them to be out from in front of the camera. I think there's been a lot of drama, a lot of deterrence from finding Sebastian. And really, I'd like to take control of that for them and get everybody united to finding Sebastian. So, one of the prerequisites when we do an interview is, as I told you earlier today, is, if I was representing Chris and Katie and I was doing an interview with them, there would be no talking about Seth. And when we do an interview with Seth, we're not going to discuss Chris and Katie. We're not going to throw darts at each other. I'm going to lead by example. And we are going to focus on finding Sebastian, just like we're focused on finding Caleb on the other case I'm working on. So blessed to be a part of this. And I think we got a lot of work to do, but I'm up for the challenge.
No doubt. No doubt. Seth, anything you want to add on top of what Tony just said?
His goal is my goal. To keep Sebastian in the forefront. Sebastian is the goal. Everything else is a distraction. We just want to find Sebastian and bring him home.
Right on. Right on. I think we all can agree on that, right? Every single one of us that's in the chat. I mean, even so, I know that there's going to be some pushback, some people that feel some type of way about anything about this case, but we can all agree. Huh? We can all agree on that one thing, which is bringing Sebastian back home. So let's talk about Sebastian. There's been some new information, some photos, or at least a photo that recently dropped. And I want to share this with you guys because, of course, I know you guys already know about this, but I want to,
What's up with this photo?
Things, okay, so here is the photo itself. Okay. Of course, this was found, or apparently there was a sighting at the visitor center at the Grandfather Mountain, Linville, North Carolina. Now, I'm very interested to know, in your personal opinion, Seth, since we have you here, do you believe this to be a sighting, like a legitimate sighting of Sebastian?
I believe so.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Now, I know that I jumped in my vehicle and drove to North Carolina.
Wow.
I'm glad you mentioned that. So you drove all the way down to North Carolina to the actual space, to the place where this photo was taken. Was there anything in particular that you saw or anything of that sort before we get into the more finite details? Was there anything like to confirm that this was an actual sighting of someone and that this was not actual AI?
Good question. Talk to us, Seth. What's up?
You there, Seth? Investigator, she did reach out and spoke to the person who took the picture.
Yeah, you saw that.
And to the person that posted the picture.
How professional.
Okay, so there was actual conversation with somebody who actually took this photo, right? Okay, so Tony, do you mind, expanding a little bit on that for us?
Let's get into this photo, please.
I was not involved I was involved in the conversation with Seth while he was almost all the way to North Carolina.
Okay.
And I told him that when he got there that he was probably going to be disappointed, that they probably would not. This is when we had heard there was footage.
Whoa.
And I explained to him that they were probably not going to share the footage with him. And when he got there, he kind of figured out that that's what the situation was. And I explained to him that it was new information, and until it was vetted, it was going to be held close to the chest. And quite frankly, I completely understood why law enforcement was doing that. And when they vetted that information, if it was information that they deemed to be relevant to be disseminated, then it would be disseminated to Katie and to Seth. But we've got to verify that is him, and they've got to do their homework, and we've got to be patient. But I completely understand why Seth, if I was a father, I'm in my vehicle and I'm on my way there just like he
100%,
was.
100%.
He used it as a great opportunity to hand out flyers, create some awareness,
right.
ask some questions. And,
right.
I was certainly proud of him for getting in the vehicle and heading right there. No questions asked, because that's the same thing I would have done.
Right on.
100%.
So when it comes to Seth, real quick, the conversation that your PIs had with the person who actually took the photo, what exactly did they say? What was the interaction like? How did they get this photo taken? So on and so on.
I wasn't privy to that conversation. My private investigator already knew that I was going to want the picture vetted, and she reached out. She did that prior to me asking. So when I turned around and asked her, she said she had already vetted the picture. And
she knows how to vet? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Loaded up and headed up there. When I got there, Tony was right. They would not let me see the video footage. So I took that opportunity to hand out flyers. Nobody knew my son was missing to begin with. It is North Carolina. It's outside of Tennessee. But I used the opportunity as I went up there. Every time I stopped for gas, use the bathroom, anything, hand out flyers the whole way up and the whole way back.
Well, I'm glad that you used your resources in the best way possible, right? And kept spreading the word even when you were down there and all your path back home or back to Tennessee. But can we talk about that for a second? So you went all the way down there, right? You went all the way down to Linville, North Carolina, right? Because you saw this photo, you believe that it is to be that of Sebastian. You go down there, you ask, can I see the photo or can I see some footage?
Why can't you
And
see
they
the footage?
Said no. Why
can't
did
you
they
see
do
the
that?
footage?
Seth?
Right.
Do you know?
Why wouldn't the
It's under
private
investigation.
investigator?
They informed me that law enforcement had told them not to share the video until everything had been vetted. From my understanding, TBI reached out to North Carolina, what they classify as SBI, and asked for their assistance.
Cool.
And
interesting.
Good.
Under an investigation.
Good.
They're not going to show it. They're not going to release it.
That's good.
But I feel like naturally a lot of people are going to react the same way I'm thinking in my head. It's like, this is your biological son.
No, it's true. Like you should, like, they'll reach out to you once it gets to it's under an investigation. They should have the custody of the video, and then when it gets to the point that I wouldn't be surprised if they reach out to the parents a day or two after acquiring the video and reaching out to them and then doing it that way. I totally understand, like, if you're there, it's already been handed over, it's already been it's already been taken, it's already been handed over, the custody's been transferred. I totally understand the situation. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Son, you have rights, don't you? So why
there's
wouldn't they
anything
let
wrong
you
with
go and see this footage? Tony, can you expand on that a little bit?
Because it's part of the
So I broke
investigation.
this down for you earlier today, and I broke it down for Seth the other day, and Seth can answer this question as we play through this.
Okay.
If they show that video to Seth, and that video shows Sebastian walking into a vehicle and getting into a vehicle with a stranger, and Seth catches a glimpse of the license plate on that vehicle, Seth, what would you do in that situation?
Right. I mean, come on.
My son.
Right.
By any means necessary.
Exactly.
By any means necessary.
So that's why.
Okay. So that makes sense to a certain extent, but I feel you on Seth's side.
That's weird because he just told him that he had told him that earlier. He said, I just told you earlier, and this is what we talked about. So, of course, it makes sense. It makes sense before.
My knee-jerk reaction would be, I'm knocking on that door. Okay? They're going to know my presence. My knee-jerk reaction would be, I'm knocking on that door. Okay? They're going to know my presence. Like lickety-split, right? But I do get it that they want to make sure everything is properly vetted before they release any type of information. But it's been a week now. So what's taking so doggone long?
A week?
Tony?
This photo's been out a week?
Well, there's a lot to it. I mean, they've got to first verify that of who took the picture. They've got to do their homework on that. They've got a video. They're gonna probably have to get some subpoenas. I mean, it's not a lot different than a lot of other cases. I mean, you start having to get subpoenas for information, and none of that happens quickly. So, obviously the situation that Seth is in, if I'm him, I want it done yesterday. If I'm Katie or Chris, I want it done yesterday. But
Cowboy
the truth
fan.
is, there is going to have to be a little bit of patience to figure out what it is we're digging into here.
Tiffany.
I see.
He's a Cowboys fan.
But it's so weird. I mean, and that's just me. I'm just a regular guy here. All right.
You're a dad.
It makes sense.
I'm a dad, but I'm also
a
a
dad
human
too.
being too. Right.
I'm a dad too.
And
it makes
instantly
sense.
I'm going, wait a second. All right. This doesn't make any sense. Why are they dragging their feet on this information? Especially when there is, just making sure this is abundantly clear for everybody who's watching, even the fam that's watching from the nosebleed seats. there is actual video of this particular.
Okay. Well, I'm going to pause it real quick. Coming from a dad, I'm a dad. I don't understand. They should have listen. They should have taken custody of the video right away. There's nothing wrong. That they will get to the part where they show it to the family to try and get, an indication. But it's like the spokesperson said. He could catch a glimpse of you know what I'm saying? You can catch a glimpse. You're gonna, he already went out there, right? Which you should. But at the same time, you have to, there's a process with it. And so I don't even think, do y'all think Seth is upset? Seth, if you're in here, if you're upset, and I don't think you are, you're on this show. But if you're watching it on replay, drop a comment. Like, I don't think that you would be upset. I wouldn't be upset. Would I be frustrated? Damn straight. I'd be frustrated as hell as a dad. As a dad, I'd be frustrated as hell. Like, shit. But at the same time, I would also go, I understand, because it's part of the investigation. There's a process to it, and they'll reach out to me when that time is. Should it be soon? Hell yeah, it should be soon. But at the same time, there's a process. You have to understand that.
Particular person.
Yes, there's video.
There is actual footage of this.
There's video.
That's correct, Seth?
Yes.
Correct.
There's video.
There is actual footage of that, correct? Correct, Seth?
Correct.
That's crazy. Tony, Seth, that's absolutely crazy. That is crazy. And yet still nothing. Now, you know that there's video, but what exactly did they say about it? How do you know that there's video in the first place?
Because he tried to get it.
Seth, I'll let you take that.
Well, they have security cameras.
So somebody came to you, but somebody came to you and actually said, yes, there's actual video footage.
When I arrived, I could see that there was security cameras, which means there will be footage. And
I'll be heading through that area again, guys. We'll make a pit stop over there. I'll show you guys the exact spot with the GoPro, okay?
When I asked, they told me that
we'll take you there
they were informed not to show me anything because it is under investigation by law enforcement.
Right.
Wow.
That's normal.
Okay. And there's nothing you can do to expedite this at all?
No, sir.
Man. Okay.
It's a process. It's a process.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Seth.
Right.
He understands that. It's a process.
That's insane.
Continue to pray.
You can only continue to pray. So then, okay, let's talk.
Oh, trust me, we're gonna look where these security cams are. We're gonna be making a stop there. I'm gonna be getting footage for you guys because I know I'm gonna be going through there soon.
Let's talk about the person that your PIs talked to and all that. Have you guys kept in touch with this person?
What's up, everybody? Thank you for hopping in.
Run into this particular person again, or is it just a one-time type of deal when it comes to this photo right here?
We're on about a 10-minute delay.
They were just in that spot, took a picture. They were up there to enjoy Grandfather Mountain.
Okay. Can we discuss a little bit about the woman in this photo? Because I know that there's been a lot of theories, a lot of speculation.
Who
on
says
this
she's
particular woman? Is there any leads as far as who this woman could be?
If she's even connected,
no idea who the lady is. We don't even know if she was with the gentleman or not.
Preach it, man.
Oh,
seriously,
okay.
we don't.
So
we
she
don't
could
know.
have just been walking.
Of course,
been walking by to go to her vehicle.
Right.
Man.
Nobody
Okay.
knows.
Another thing, though, too. I know this is like just an ear, but right here, looks like another kid, maybe, right
Talk to
there.
us, Seth.
If
What's
you
up,
scroll
man?
back out
Yeah.
and you look down, you'll see that there's 2 feet right there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he's walking one direction, and the person that I believe to be Sebastian is walking another.
Oh.
They're playing on the rocks.
Right.
He thinks it's
Tony,
Sebastian.
what are your thoughts on laying your eyes on this footage and on this photo and everything?
That's what I've been waiting for this whole time, is to hear one of the family members say if they believe it's Sebastian or not. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know. We don't know. Just like we don't know about the lady walking next to him. We don't know. But I appreciate at least somebody coming out and saying how they feel about the photo. For real.
What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I mean, it's
We've all
hard
wanted to know for the
refute
last
what a
couple
father
days.
says, right?
No doubt.
I mean, he believes it's his son, then that I'm going to support him in believing that. I told Seth when I first saw the picture, without any AI test done or anything like that, that I believed that it looked like Sebastian's posture. I believed that there was a strong possibility that it was him, but nobody knows like the biological mother and father.
Right.
And
we felt the same way. We saw it. We're like, damn, but the foliage, I don't know. When was the photo taken? You know what I'm saying? When was the photo taken?
And if he says that he believes it's him, then I'm going to support him in that.
Yeah, no doubt. Let me ask you this then too. Seth, any word from the Proudfoots about this photo? Do they believe this to be Sebastian, or do they think
question? Good question.
I haven't had much communication with them since I returned from North Carolina, and when I was up in North Carolina, I had no signal.
Good question. Good question.
Okay. Man. Okay.
No
hopefully,
signal. Right.
Hopefully you guys are gonna.
Because you all know when I'm going through them North Carolina mountains, because that's where it's at. It's in those mountains. You guys know. I start to get a little choppy, talk like a robot, cut out a couple times. You know the spot.
You guys are gonna have a conversation soon, right?
Correct.
Where y'all have signal at the same time, because hopefully you guys are gonna still work together. You know, that alliance is still prominent, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I mean, fingers crossed, real talk. Fingers crossed for that, for sure. I got a couple questions. There's some people who have some super chats that want to ask some questions here really, really quick. Like I said, it's not going to be a super long conversation, guys, but I just wanted to give you guys the update, introduce you guys to the news spokesperson, and talk about this sighting here. And I appreciate you guys blessing us with your time. Real talk. Seth, Tony, we really do appreciate it. Real talk. Michelle says, thank you so much.
I wish I could
Sebastian
talk
strong all day. We agree. All day.
Just like Pascal, I would definitely, your fan
Without
base
other panel members
is Sebastian's
antagonizing my guests.
They are Team Sebastian. With their help, with everybody's help, Sebastian will be found and brought home. And I appreciate all the help that you're doing by keeping my son's name out there.
It's about
Sebastian. I appreciate all the support.
It's about
of course,
Sebastian.
Of course, we're all Sebastian strong here. Okay,
100.
All of us. We all want the same thing. Sebastian home, transparency, truth, and just him home, right? And I feel like we'd all do the same for each other, right? We'd all fight and bring up conversations and have a Tony Mathis. Like I said, you know, having someone to come in and take the brunt of some of the heavy lifting while you can go off and work on finding Sebastian, figuring out if he is in North Carolina or not. We're all here for the exact same goal at the end of the day. Even Michelle says, amen, right? The five Canes says, CP verbally abused a lady today, so good luck. Well,
what?
We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. So, you know,
so don't highlight
the rumor
it.
Mill's still rumor milling. Okay. And I
don't
will say this
highlight
too.
it.
The Prophets love to have them on this platform to have a conversation anytime.
Listen, just because, look, PPP, peace, positivity, and progress. Just because you super chat some dumb shit doesn't mean it's going to get highlighted because it is about peace, positivity, and progress. What the hell? Don't
anytime they want.
This is about
Literally.
the family.
I want to make that abundantly clear.
This
Okay,
is about the
Because,
family. What?
Hey,
Thank
they
you,
have some
Katrina.
information. Seth has some information. If there really is an alliance,
Got to
going
remind
on,
people sometimes.
come on over. Let's have
Come
a
on now.
conversation.
Come on
a
now.
conversation. Stephanie, thank you so much. Wouldn't a parent have to verify the footage, or do they have DNA to?
They're not going to have DNA. Oh my
is
lord,
Sebastian, or did they
no
get DNA?
no.
I think that the question is,
There, it's a process. It's a process. You can look it up on Google. It's very easy. It's very simple. It's a process. It's called chain of custody. Okay.
wouldn't they have to verify footage by a parent? That's actually a good question. Tony?
Yeah, no, you don't verify footage. You verify the person in the footage.
Oh my
And
lord.
until they figure out who that person is, there's nothing to verify.
Oh my lord.
So, a DNA doesn't do any good on a photo or video. So
you're not going to get
they're
DNA.
chasing down who the person is. When they figure out who the person is, they'll know if that's Sebastian or not.
Oh my lord.
Right.
They won't need DNA for that.
No doubt. Actually, let's talk about this too, because I also heard over the past week that there were pants that were found. Can we talk a little bit about that?
Okay. I'm going to share this with you guys. We're going to skip ahead of this because the pants thing, as soon as the pants were found, we went through it. They're not it. As far as I'm concerned now, maybe they are, but it has nothing to do. There's the link for that if you want to check it out. Let me see.
Tony, do you have?
Let's
He
skip ahead a
was
little
going to
bit.
take care of it, and he turned around and had him collect it.
Okay.
We'll just skip ahead a little bit.
But they said it's not a match, right?
We're about
There's
10
no
10
connection.
minutes behind still.
They let me know the next day that they were not Sebastian's.
How did they know?
From my understanding, it was the wrong size.
It
Wrong
was easy.
size.
It was easy.
Did they say it was too small, too big? What does he usually wear? What
They
size
did
did he?
not tell me. They did not tell me specifics. They just said that the size was wrong.
There you go. We showed the
Okay.
picture. They're not
But I
it.
definitely would like to
We showed the
extend
picture.
my
We showed
thank
the stream.
yous to the two lady officers that went into the river, into it, and fought off the deadly moccasins and ticks that the other gentleman wasn't. Because at least somebody was able to do something. I couldn't do it myself. I wasn't there.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the officers that did.
Well, hey, shout out to those officers for being willing to get dirty. Long story short, right?
Yes.
We appreciate them. We appreciate every bit of help. Oh, hey, had a good question. Seth, how would Sebastian introduce himself? That's actually a very good question. Just in case somebody runs into him, how would Sebastian introduce himself?
Oh my lord.
If you start a conversation with him, he would more than likely introduce him like I've taught him to introduce himself. He would tell you his first and last name. Hi, I am Sebastian Rogers. Or if he's not comfortable with you, he might just tell you his first name.
Okay. But he'll still introduce himself as Sebastian. He wouldn't use some sort of nickname or anything else.
No, he never liked any of the nicknames I gave him.
What
Yeah.
were some of the nicknames that you would give him?
Well, I like to call him my Padawan, and he really didn't appreciate that. He thinks he's a Jedi Knight.
Yeah.
He's just not on the council yet. So, that's one of the things.
Okay. So
I
just
wish I
in
could
case
talk.
anybody's out there, now you know what not to call him. How's that?
Don't
Okay?
make him pull out the lightsaber.
Don't let him do that. God forbid. Don't do that. Okay. Michelle says, amen. Tell him, Seth. Marlena says, did Sebastian ever go by Seb?
No.
Okay. That's good to know as well.
What's up with that?
865 Picker. Thank you so much. Sebastian's glasses arm connect to the top to frame. Kid in pick glasses at the moment connects in the middle of the frame. I see what they're saying. The glasses, where the frame is attached. I guess usually the arm of the glasses are attached to the top of the frame, but in this particular photo, they're in the middle of the frame.
Last year he went through, because normally when he gets glasses, he gets 2 frames at least.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I personally remember Katie asking me, I think we replaced his glasses 6 times last year.
Wow.
So
6 times. I mean, wait. So it's 6 times, meaning they just kept breaking 6 times in a row, or like he just wanted to change his swag a little bit. The look,
He falls asleep with him in the bed and then rolls over
they
on
break.
him. I mean,
He's a kid. He's a kid.
So he's out there
Right.
playing gym class, and a couple times I think he's taken a basketball to the face, and we've had to replace his glasses before.
Okay.
He doesn't understand that glasses cost a lot.
Right.
But what kid does?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He's a kid.
True. An active kid. They're going to go through, and they wear glasses every day. They're going to be going through some glasses. That's some real talk. Flower, thank you so much. Seth, have you ever met Katie's mother or sister? That's a good question.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
Okay.
Of course, he's met them.
Very
Yeah.
responsible.
Okay.
Very
It's
responsible.
been like
Good
12
job.
years since I've met any of their family, and
Right.
after the divorce, there was no reason for us to really keep in
Right.
contact.
Makes sense. I just know that, there's a lot of speculation and questions about all the, this photo and all that too. So I get it though.
And respectfully to your group, Pascal, it's going to feel like a big change, but we have to prove to each other as we're talking in different venues that we are committed to focusing on Sebastian, and any conversation that goes from Seth to Chris and Katie, or from Chris and Katie about Seth, it's just not productive.
Right.
Yeah. No, and I agree.
Thank you,
I
Tony.
110% agree. Go ahead.
Thank you,
Seth.
I
Tony.
agree. I mean, in order to keep this about
I
Sebastian,
like this Tony
we
guy.
don't
I
wanna
really
talk
do.
about Sebastian.
I like
No
this
doubt.
Tony guy.
No doubt.
We're working together.
He's
It
awesome.
may be tenuous at times,
I like him
but
already.
we're still working together.
That's
responsible.
And the goal is
respectful.
Sebastian.
And I agree. As long as the goal is the common goal.
I
right?
like him.
Finding
I like him
Sebastian,
already.
No mud being slinging back and forth. Nothing.
And
getting
he's
murky.
a Cowboys fan.
We're just here to find Sebastian, right? And
Go
I think there's a
Cowboys.
lot of people that want to show you some love, like Kimberly saying, Seth is such an amazing person. May God bless him abundantly. Praying for Sebastian to be returned home safe and soon.
Thank you, Miss Kimberly.
Yes, Primrose. Seth, praying every day Sebastian is alive and you are reunited with your son soon. Much support and love to you. May you remain strong and find him ASAP. Yes, I think we all agree on that as well. Okay, when he comes home, hold on tight. That's what Sharon just said.
Damn
Brandy
straight.
said,
When
When he
love
comes
Seth.
home.
Yeah,
When
I
he
think
comes
we're
home.
all. I mean,
I'll fight you in order to hold on to my son. Okay?
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a beautiful thing when you guys are finally reunited. It's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Tony's
And
awesome. I like Tony.
I'm looking forward to it. Real talk. But there's a lot of people wanting to show you some love. Leslie saying, Seth, good luck. I hope your heart helps find Sebastian. You have hundreds of us who care, and you have chosen well with Tony. Much love. Thank you, Tony. Yes, Tony. Yes, I do appreciate you coming in and putting in the effort, because I know that you are working very, very hard and very, very diligently and very closely to the Caleb Harris case. But I know that the Harris family gave you the blessing to be a part of this case. And I think that's a very wonderful thing. It shows the
Shout out to
character
them
of the Harris
too.
family
Right.
being able to share the wealth. If that makes
Community
any sense.
supporting
Also,
another
thank you
community.
to Randy and to
Supporting
the
another
family.
community.
We've had many conversations, and I appreciate the fact that they are allowing Tony to help me find my son.
Yeah.
Right. Shout
Yeah.
out to them too. The recycle
I
of
think
love.
adding Tony on is an amazing thing.
The recycle of love
for
of
real.
We
community.
got we not only got the mom and the dad's approval, we even got the grandma's approval. We call her Nana. We got Nana's
Aw.
approval.
Well, shout
Aw.
out to Nana. What's up, Nana?
Aw.
Hey, I appreciate it. I'm very, very excited because this needed to happen. Okay, this most definitely needed to happen. Real quick, Miss Purse, I realized the gravity of this update. Now we know that Sebastian was last seen alive last weekend. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Whoa.
We don't know that.
Ain't got
Whoa.
good. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Whoa.
Okay, this is just a father's intuition.
Oh my
Okay,
lord.
this is just a gut feeling. And
Don't
I
people
hope
know what that
it is.
does to the family?
Now, real quick,
You're playing with
before
their
we
emotions.
continue on, because a lot of people just wanted to pour a lot of positivity to both of you guys.
You're playing
One
with
thing I
their
do want
emotions.
to ask you: where do you think if he's actually in that area? Have you guys thought about maybe any areas he could possibly be at?
We don't really want to speculate on that. We've had some private conversations on that, but God forbid if it's him. I mean, it's just, I think there's an abundance of happiness right now seeing a picture of somebody that could be Sebastian alive. So we're going to hold on to that, and we're going to let law enforcement do their thing. And, we're going to talk a little bit more about law enforcement, Pascal, when you're ready to talk about it. But I'd certainly like to see a little more transparency there. And I'm not speaking for the whole family when I say that. I'm speaking for Seth. But I would also like Katie and Chris to have a little more information about what exactly is going on. And, I know that's not the major concern for Chris and Katie.
I like
but
this
it is
dude.
for Seth. I would like to get more information. Right now, I'm not going all in on law enforcement.
Tell me right now. Let me know. I feel like this dude is the way Chris Dingham is for Riley Strain's family as the spokesperson. Let me know in chat if you know Riley Strain and the family spokesperson, Chris. I like this Tony guy. Do you guys feel like they're like the same? You know what I'm saying? They're the same. They're to the point. Let's get to the facts. Let's talk about the stuff that don't make, you know what I mean? Like, man, that's so awesome for Sebastian. For real. I really awesome.
But when I do, you'll know that I'm going all in.
I'm getting the same vibe.
But when I do, you'll know that I'm going all in on law enforcement. I'm simply saying right now that I would like more generalized information about what's going on with the case. Are they still believing that the kid just, walked out of the house and took off? Generalize things that don't impede the integrity of the case, because I think that what Chris and Katie and Seth know right now is not near as much as I'd want to know if this was my son that was missing, and I'll just leave it at that.
No doubt. And of course, anytime you're ready to talk about what you just kind of tapped in on as far as law enforcement and what you want from them and all that, the floor is open. Just holler. Just let me know,
Appreciate
Tony. And, we will definitely talk, because I know that there's been a lot of questions about TBI, about local law enforcement, the lack thereof, and all that. I know that there's a lot that I'm hoping that having you involved will hopefully expedite a few things and get things moving a little bit faster and sooner, for lack of a better term. Phrase, but real quick, this is something servant of God, and unfortunately I'm not gonna be able to get to every single super chat, guys, okay, but I do appreciate you guys just giving in the love and support and asking questions. All
right, I want to put this out there here real quick. And anytime you want to say thank you to CJ's Angels, please hit the exclamation point. Thank you, Angels. Listen, we're a community about peace, positivity, and progress. My Angels do a hell of a job keeping that atmosphere. And
The way that somebody just talked to one of my mods, I don't appreciate that energy. And you just heard what the fuck I said.
A picture of Sebastian in a home with wood flooring, but he's wearing shoes and he's holding a backpack. Is that your home? Now, I don't know if you are comfortable in saying that information, but apparently there's a photo of this.
I don't know what photo she's speaking of.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, most of the pictures I've taken of him is in my kitchen. It's definitely not wood floor. I wish it was.
Yeah. Okay. I'm actually curious as to what that photo is too. Okay. Piper says, just want to tell Seth, I pray every day for him and Sebastian. Thank you so very much. I really do. We all really do appreciate that. Stephanie, we are Sebastian's friends, millions of friends around the world who love him. Yeah, that's one thing that you did mention on another show, Seth, that there was talks of him not having many friends, and now when he gets reunited with you, he's reuniting with the rest of the world, with everybody who has been so touched by this case. He's going to have millions of friends. So what I absolutely echo and second that emotion that Stephanie is saying right there, for sure. I really do appreciate that right there. Did the woman who took the pic ask someone if his name was Sebastian, and the person replied, no, his name is Dominic?
We don't know anything about that.
Okay, because that's news to me too, about that part as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Rosie says, Lord is with you.
What the hell?
He goes before you. He never leaves you, and he surrounds you with unconditional love. Amen to that.
It's a child regardless. You don't put, what are you doing? You're putting their real name on there now? It's a child regardless. Let the investigators do it and say if it's relevant or not. What the hell, people?
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Shout out Tony. Shout out Angels.
Must says, has anyone in the footage come forward? That's actually a really good question. Have you spoken to anybody that was in this photo, or anyone that was maybe around it aside from the person who actually took the photo? Have they spoken out or reached out to you at all, Seth?
Not that I know of currently.
Okay. Nothing so far. Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. Let's see. Serenity says, I think if that was some other child, the parents would come forward and say it's not Sebastian. That's a good point. I agree. That's a very good point. I'm sure they would have to know someone who saw this photo, since it is everywhere.
If my son wasn't missing and someone took a picture of him and thought he was somebody else, I know I'd be out there being like, that's my son. Please take the pictures down. Thank you.
Right.
I mean, honestly, everybody would be coming out. Hot out the kitchen, man. Whoa. That's me. You know what I mean? So fast. In fact, there was people speculating that it was somebody else that was connected to the search and all that. Even that particular person.
Are you serious?
And said, no. The blonde woman is not me. It has nothing to do with me. Like everybody out here that could have been anywhere near closely resembling the woman in this photo has been very quick to go, wait, no. You guys are trying to connect me with this, and I have nothing to do with it. So it's interesting.
Are these no receipt Nancy's spreading more bullshit about other people too? Oh my Lord. And they call it work. They call it work, y'all. Let's get ready to work. Like, what are they doing for these families? They're just causing all this bullshit. Do something useful with the energy. You know what I'm saying? Quit dirtying up these
fucking names. They're dirtying them up.
So it's interesting that with
My Lord.
Sebastian, this possible sighting of Sebastian, either this is a doppelganger and he's not connected to the internet and has no idea about this missing person case, or it may very well be Sebastian, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? I just feel like somebody would be so fast to hop out and go, no, that's my son. You got it all wrong. You know, he was on a field trip.
I agree.
You know, it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. All right. Last one, Patty. Thank you so much. Just wanted to ask Seth how his shoulder is feeling. Yeah.
Good
I'd like
question.
to know that too.
Good question, Patty.
It hurts.
How's your shoulder?
It still hurts.
Yes, I have the same injury. I've dealt with the same injury for the last 5 years. The last 5 years, it's once it's an injury, it doesn't go away. And you're constantly having it, you have to be very careful, because you get to a point where some of us have gotten to a point where we needed surgery and we just babied it, and that's the wrong thing to do. Mine came from my work. Unfortunately, I was the only one in the whole department that knew how to make a specific product. And we didn't have the normal rotation after COVID. So therefore, I couldn't miss any time. I couldn't have surgery. It's an injury that doesn't, unless you have somebody to really work through it with rehab, it's good luck, because it can always come at any moment. You tweak it the wrong way, next thing you know, you lose all strength going all down your arm. It's horrible.
You ran out of meds? What's up, bro? What happened?
Well, I've been going to physical therapy. Come to find out,
you don't need
C5
meds.
and C6 in my neck is actually pinching a nerve that runs all the way down to my wrist.
Oh, wow.
Which is causing the issue with my shoulder feeling the way it is.
Mm-hmm. So some physical therapy is in your future?
A lot of
I've been
it.
going to physical therapy.
A lot of it.
Oh, okay.
A lot of it.
Physical therapy is not happy with me going to North Carolina.
Yeah. I see.
You know how doctors get.
Yeah, I do.
They're kind of like your parent. Like, why didn't you show up? Yeah, no, you should have been here.
Yeah,
didn't, and I have to deal with the consequences. But to me, it was worth it.
No, I agree 100%. I got two questions, because they're two very good questions in my personal opinion. One of them is, Seth, now's a good time to reach out to politicians, especially any senator or congressman, including North Carolina.
Good point.
I completely agree with this.
Good point.
Is there any movement, or have you guys thought about this as a possibility or as an angle?
Politicians are tricky, Pascal, and I'll tell you the way that generally works when you get politicians involved is they reach out to law enforcement. They don't want to lose any votes. They don't want anybody to think they don't back the blue. So they reach out. They tell them that they've been getting some pressure from the family, want to make sure that they're working hard, that they've got all the resources they need. They're doing a good job. Law enforcement assures them that they've got all the entities involved that they need to figure out what happened here. And then they tell them, okay, thanks. Keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate your vote in November, and then they go back to their office. And that's generally the way that works.
Okay.
Go Tony.
Well, that's trash. What about
it is?
What about legal representation? Real talk. What about legal representation? Is there anything in, I know that maybe you can't say a whole lot, but as far as pushing the envelope a little bit more so that maybe you can get some things put in the light a little bit for you guys. We're going to say, Tony?
We can put all the pressure we need on law enforcement. I mean, I'm obviously new to this, and I'm digging in, and I'm understanding who all the players are. I clearly know who all the players are in Caleb's case. But when I get dug in a little bit and I figure out who the players are, then, hopefully at that point we'll know. Still holding out hope that I end up representing the whole family and that the goal is united. But, right now I feel like there's more information that could be coming out of them. And when I decide to turn up the heat on those guys, then you won't be the only one that knows it. They'll know it.
Okay, good. Let me know, because I really do want to know. One thing I want to piggyback off of on that particular question, which it was a very good question. So and all the questions have been fantastic. Real talk. So thank you, everybody, for the questions. Have you guys tried to reach out to other media outlets, other nation? Like aside from, I know that you guys have been doing News Nation and Court TV and continue pouring them with information and getting on those channels. But what about, CNN, Fox News, et cetera, all those news, national news networks that are out here? Because I feel like there's only a certain part of the world that knows about this. And of course, we need to get this more of a national level, right? Beyond.
We're going to be
beyond those outlets. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, we're going to be with Elizabeth on News Nation on Monday. We're going to be with Nancy Grace on Tuesday. We're just now starting to redefine who it is we want to do interviews with, and it won't be like it has been, at least for Seth, where he's taking interviews from everybody. It'll be a select group of podcasters, YouTubers. It'll be more national media outlets. We're going to refocus our plan on
Nancy Grace would be
on
good.
Who we're going to give information to and who we're going to use to help us get the word out. We're just not going to do interviews with everybody.
Right on.
Okay. Right on. I mean, I feel like tightening it up, it makes it a little bit better, right? Makes it a little bit more streamlined. I agree with that 100%. Somebody just asked this. Tawny Lee just said, may I ask why so little news coverage of Sebastian? That is a very good question, because I feel like everybody and their mama in my world, I feel like everybody and their mama knows about Sebastian's case, but it feels like even Dog the Bounty Hunter didn't know about this case until it was brought up to him. All right.
Well, I can tell you that there will be more news. There will be more media coverage. That's part of the reason that Seth brought me on. But I will shoot you straight, Pascal. I mean, a lot of these people that are watching this story, when they see a lot of this drama that's gone on, and to be completely fair,
right?
Again, I had great conversations with Chris and Katie.
The no receipt Nancy's.
He was not good on camera. I told Seth in private he was not good on camera. I told him the arguing back and forth was causing people not to want to cover the case. And that's part of my goal in getting everything cleaned up and centralized, is that I want more real media attention. But we're going to get that. It's coming.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, some tidying up, a little bit of spring cleaning doesn't hurt nobody. Especially if it means we're able to expand and get the case out there to a larger demographic, to a larger audience, to make it more nationwide, because he could be in North Carolina. I hope he really is. I hope that photo really is him, but he could be in California right now. He could be anywhere.
Right. When the hit on the soft dirt patch a month something ago, that's when I said the search area has just became the state of Tennessee and the United States, and who knows what else. I'll send you those links here in a second. Let me know, Busby.
So getting the word out there, I think, is really important. Seth, do you want to say something?
So I say that's why I've asked the world to help me find my son. I need everybody. If you see something, say something. Head up, eyes open. If you see him, take a picture. That's great. Say his name. Sebastian, your dad's looking for you. And see, I mean, he's got to know that I'm looking for him. I hope that he understands that I won't stop.
He does.
Yeah.
He knows.
He most definitely does, Seth, for sure. If he's not If he's not seeing any of these videos or any of these interviews that you've done, he knows it just from the energy that you're putting out, okay, and the prayers that you're putting out here for real. All right. In fact, somebody just said, Seth, we met in Hendersonville. We were looking for your son. Even though you wouldn't speak with me, I still pray for you and the safe return of Sebastian every day. I continue to use my platforms to get the word out. Thank you, Steph. I do appreciate that. And of course, any opportunity, right? Of course, Flower Power just said, please take care of yourself, Seth. Okay. As your son is going to need you at 100% when he does come home. I absolutely agree. Now, something that, and there's other people that are coming in saying that they're praying for you and all that. And I just got one last question. I appreciate Tired as a Mother. I appreciate you saying that with Seth. We pray for you. Tony, you are amazing. I absolutely
Tony
agree.
is awesome.
Okay,
Shout out.
Two really great people lining up and going for the greater good. Okay, going for a collected goal, which I'm very excited about. One thing Darlene just said, if this is Sebastian, do you think he's in danger if whoever has him feels like law enforcement is getting too close? Seth, since you were down there and you just came back from North Carolina, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think Sebastian is in danger right now?
Let me know if you want to,
Can't really
Busby.
tell much from the picture.
If you want on panel.
But, I mean, can't really tell much from the picture, but if it's...
Let me know if you want up on panel too, Busby. If the child is abducted, he's in danger. Like, hello, what? Hello, huh?
It's Sebastian. He's alive. He's been fed. He's got clothes on.
No doubt. No doubt. It looks like brand new shoes. It looks like brand new shoes too. If he walked out with no shoes on, he's got new shoes. But go ahead, Tony. I'm sorry.
Of course.
No, I mean, and you got a lot of smart people that watch your show, and
come on now.
You know, there's a reason that pieces of this investigation need to be kept close to the chest. That was a phenomenal question, and we've dealt with some things in our other case where, you know, people want to know why aren't they talking about this, that, whatever. Look, as long as there's a preservation of life component to a case, you have to keep things close to the chest that could make a potential abductor, kidnapper, whatever, nervous.
Right, which is
Because
why
if
you
they
don't
get
call out
nervous,
the
bad
name.
things happen, and the more people.
Which is why you don't call out the name, because then that alerts. Because don't you think they're trying to not have him be called Sebastian? So if you're out there in public and you go Sebastian, all of a sudden the people that have abducted him are going to be like, hurry up, we need to go before the cops get here. Oh my Lord.
People that talk about things, and the more people that blow it all up over the world, the better the chance is that something bad could happen. So, you know, to your question, in the picture, that child in that picture does not look scared, unhappy, in danger, or anything else. But who knows what happens when that child gets in a car and goes back to wherever it is he's being kept. Nobody knows that. So everybody has to understand the reason law enforcement keeps certain things close to the chest is nobody knows what kind of danger we could be in.
Mm-hmm. You got a point, Seth. Do you want to add anything to that?
No, he's right.
Yeah. I completely agree with you, Tony. Yeah. So here it is. I really appreciate you guys coming on and chopping it up with me and letting me know a little bit more of what's going on. I urge you to continue, of course, you know, with the help of Tony now, because I know it's not going to be Tony all the time. It may be both of you guys together, kind of like this kind of setup from this point on. But I urge you guys to not stop, keep talking, keep saying Sebastian's name, keep showing his face, get back on that court TV and that News Nation, because they've been pushing and putting the name out there as well, putting as much effort as they can in the hope for the safe return of Sebastian. And yeah, I'm Excited to see what comes of this. I will say this though too. Since I got you guys here, I am hopeful that Seth, Chris,
Let's
and
get some
Katie
answers.
can work together in a unified front, and
Let's
hopefully
get some
Tony,
answers.
you're able to, if that's possible. If not, nothing.
I'll do
wrong
it.
with
I'll
it.
do
But
anything to help the kid.
I'm hoping that alliance can actually happen and you can represent all three of them. But if it doesn't happen, it's all good. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean anything bad. I just understand it is the way it is right now. Okay. Again, Tony, I appreciate you for being here. Okay. Seth,
Of course.
thank you so much for being here. I know you're very, very busy. Of course, Seth. Go ahead, Tony.
Pascal, doesn't Seth look good in a collared shirt?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Looking clean, baby.
Oh, really? What I like to see is Pascal at church.
Oh, snap. Okay, you know what? There it is. You know what? You're gonna be getting some photos from me this weekend. Watch.
We didn't tell him we were wearing red tonight, did we, Pascal?
I know we didn't get the memo or nothing. Okay, this just happened to be, just luck. Okay, great minds think alike. That's all.
It's a bald guy thing.
Yeah, it is a bald guy thing. Okay, he can't relate. Out here looking like Jason Momoa. You know what I'm saying? So, hey,
Well,
he's a good-looking man.
I'll take that. I guess I could be Aquaman instead of Batman. So
there it is. There it is. Or you just be your own version of both. Okay, let's keep it real. All right, but you keep kicking ass out here. Both of you guys. Real talk. I'm excited to see where this alliance goes, and Godspeed to you both. Real talk. I'm praying for nothing but positivity and fast results here, especially with this sighting. I'm very excited about that. Very hopeful.
Thank you, Pastor.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Of course. We'll be talking soon, okay? Stay blessed.
You too, sir.
All right. Peace. So,
all right. Give me 1 second. What's up, people?
Hey. Hi,
What's up?
Busby.
Hey, how
What's
you
up?
doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Just chilling out.
Me
I'll
too.
I'll share the link
so guys,
with that real quick. Give me 1 second. If you guys want to go hit a like, drop a comment in there. Give me 1 second.
Hope I'm not too echoey.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, you're
No,
fine.
you're good. I'm just kind of rearranging everything here. All right. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Uh,
very, very interesting.
Seth feels that it's him. I was waiting to hear from somebody, one of the family members, as to what they felt about that photo, because we don't know.
Well, I think it's a
Yeah,
parent's
I'm
instinct.
kind of
Yeah. Go ahead, Busby.
sorry about that. I've been
No, go
waiting
ahead.
around to see what they said about it. Been
I
waiting
mean,
around to see what they said about that photo.
yeah.
So I don't know if it looks a lot like him, but it could be a doppelganger. Who knows?
Yeah, and a parent, would want to believe it's him, I think. I mean, I would want to believe it was him. I mean,
Yeah,
psychologically,
you can be blinded by,
Yeah.
by your emotion, by your heart.
right.
For
I
sure.
mean, it's hope, right? I mean,
But I would think as a parent, yeah, the photo gives hope.
mhm.
I would think as a parent, you would have analyzed the hell out of that photo. And really, when it comes to how he's looking, any parent would know
hmm
based, you know what I mean, by looking at it going down.
Yeah.
That really, because of that facial structure, that
is what's going to kind of lead you in one direction.
Hmm.
So, with the facial structure and then also his posture, uh, it makes me feel like if, you know, if he did, it's got to be some kind of hope. Even if you are blinded,
Yeah.
you
There's
know,
been
I'd still want to check it out.
there's been so much talk
Yeah.
about that photo. It's crazy.
Yeah, I would have to put my emotions aside, but I mean, I don't have
People are
kids,
just picking
so
that photo apart.
yeah. I would have to put my emotions aside but I don't know if I could if it was really my kid. I mean, I don't have a kid, but I have godsons. If I put my emotions aside, which I can do sometimes, most of the times I can try to be objective, but if I'm not objective, I'm just going to hope it's him. You know what I mean? I'm just going to forget about analyzing everything. I'm just, I'm going to be like, oh my God, please, please, it's him, you know? So
Right.
I see, I see that, despite what other people might tell me, I would be probably in denial and probably would say it's him. But, I don't know. It's a tough call. Yeah.
Well, it's just like, like with, what Terry Lynn did with the pants. Like if I came up to those pants, I would already know that, those aren't Adidas, but you still call it in because you just never
Right.
know. You just never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was going to say,
Go ahead.
because on those pants, it's been said so many different ways on those pants that they were Adidas or they were Adidas like, or they were, Adidas sport pants like. So different ways of saying it, that it was like, okay, were they Adidas or were they not Adidas? Were
Style
they,
Adidas.
or did they just look like them? What's that?
70s style Adidas. They've been the same pants all these
That's
years.
what.
They have
Yeah,
been.
that's what I heard, but people were playing on words and chats and stuff. Is what I was saying.
Oh yeah, it's the misinfo sheep. You know what I'm saying? But really, when you look at throughout all the years, it doesn't matter what material they're made from. They've all been the same style of pants whole time. The 3 stripes down the side. Even if
I
they're
used to have a couple
tearaways or whatever, it doesn't matter what version or what style. They all look the same. Period. Yeah, they all look the
Right.
same.
Then they were just picking that picture apart. So I just waited until they, come out with something because there's so many different opinions out there on it.
Oh yeah.
And that girl walking in front of them, to me, she doesn't even seem like she knows him.
Yeah, because wouldn't she be standing next to him?
Yeah, instead of walking away from him.
Right. And then the people saying that, look, she has the watch on the same hand. No, if you look at the photo, it's not even a watch on the other picture. It's it's a bracelet. The watch is
But
on
if you
the
look over his shoulder, you see somebody peeking around that pole.
Another kid.
Yep.
It's another kid.
So
I would
is
think.
that?
I mean, shorter than him, obviously.
Look at the wrinkles on the neck.
Yeah, but he's shorter than this person by quite a bit.
Yeah.
Even though it's only a foot behind him. It's not far.
Right. There's not enough of that person's face to tell if it's a kid or not. But
well, then they're a very, very short person.
Yeah. Well, there are dwarves in this world.
Yeah. But look, he's sitting.
Yeah.
Oh, they're on the same.
Look, he's just a foot behind him. That's it.
Oh, I see.
It's probably a buddy. So he's just a foot behind him. You see the difference. I mean, this isn't going to be that much different.
Right.
Not saying that
And
there
then the
isn't
whole
short
tree,
people out there. Come on, let's think
the whole
about it.
trees threw me off. You know, the whole thing with the trees threw me off. You know, with them not having leaves on them. But apparently somebody debunked that because they went up there.
Well, I mean, you can see the live video feed when the photo when it
Yeah.
started making its rounds on YouTube. The mods already dropped a link for the website to have a live video feed, and you saw the foliage. You know, kind of with what we started out with at the beginning of this show. You saw the foliage
Yeah.
difference. You know. So to me,
Mhm.
because I drive through that area a lot, and to me, it looks like a February or March picture. It doesn't look like
Yeah. For
something
someone
that
who doesn't drive through
last
there a
weekend.
lot, yeah. For someone who doesn't drive through a lot, it's kind of confusing. But
Yeah.
you know, if people that see it every day, they'd be like, "No, that's normal," or "That's not normal."
Mm-hmm.
It kind of reminds me of
I know this.
February, like something in
That's what
February.
I was looking at. I was thinking February or March, because in the middle of March, the pollen was just crazy over there. I mean, it was crazy. Things
Mhm.
were sprouting up. It was nuts. Anybody that lives in that region knows what I'm talking about, because I had to deal with it while I was traveling. Because hell, you let your car sit for a couple hours while you're taking a break or something, and next thing you know, you got this coating on your windshield you got to clean off again. It was crazy. All the
Yeah, it's
bugs
a
out.
film.
Yeah, a lot of bugs out.
I don't know, man. I've been so obsessed with this case. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
I know it happens. You get
I'm getting
attached to
tunnel
certain
vision on it.
cases. Yes. Yes. Yeah. And who knows what happened to this kid? I just hope he's alive. That's it.
I mean, we
Yeah,
already
that'd be
compared the
great.
shoes.
Yeah, we did that what, a week ago or so.
Yeah, it's probably been about a week compared
Yeah,
to
they're
shoes.
not the same shoes that.
No. I mean, and think about it. If you abducted him and you're taking him out to a public, you know, public location for
Yeah,
a recreation, you're gonna. Why would you make him? You know what I mean? Like, of course, there are gonna be new shoes if somebody abducted him and they're taking him out. Usually, that's why it doesn't make sense. Usually, when they abduct, they don't take them out in public for instances. You know, like it kind of
Yeah.
goes. I don't know.
Well, you know,
or if they were
yeah, I have
transporting him
Skechers that
somewhere.
are no tie that you slip on, but they still have the laces. And I got them because they were cheap. I didn't get them because it,
Mhm.
you know,
Skechers are very comfortable. They
yeah.
really are.
And I found
Right.
some that didn't have the tie, and you know they're comfortable. So it could be just, you know, it has nothing to do with whether he can tie his shoe or not. It has to do with the price, or the sale that was going on. I mean, who knows? But I would think that somebody like Sebastian, I mean, I guess I don't know if he would be able to tie his shoes. I think he might be clumsy, but maybe he could tie his shoes. But you know, again, I mean, the shoes
I
could have
bet
been
he
on
can.
sale. I mean, who knows? Yeah, I think he's smarter than what people think, even his parents. I mean, I actually think he's
I think
wicked smart.
I think he's smarter than a lot of people give him credit for.
I do too. And I think, you know, he's old enough now to know that he's in a situation that he doesn't like. And he might,
Mhm.
you know, be rebellious against his parents and step parent, or, you know, if they were mistreating him, he might know it and might want to get out of there. You know, I really don't know what happened, but certainly everything surrounding this case is suspicious.
For sure. I mean,
Very
as
much
soon as
so.
we started, you know, helping,
You know, and by the way, you guys, if you want the newest update, just go to the intro of the show and I explain what we're about to embark on here. We're going to be back. And basically, this is the search area right here. And thank you for all your help there, Busby, on the prior run that we were doing over there. I appreciate
Oh yeah,
all
man.
your help.
There's no problem at all. I don't feel like I did much other than show you where places were, but
Right.
everybody keeps telling me
Well,
to stop saying that.
it's support, you know?
Right. No, for real.
Oh yeah.
Because yeah, it's a lot of work, and it's, you know, we're going in areas that we don't know, so it always helps. You know,
Mm.
because
Well, I'm
there's
glad you're
plenty of
searching.
ideas that there's plenty of ideas that, you know, you even came up with, Busby. You know, that we were checking out too. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad y'all helped me check out those last two locations.
Yeah.
well, I
Those
just
were
had
on my mind for a while. This is going right now.
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, so he was a gamer, so he played games online, you know. That's, you know, I don't know how that works, but sometimes you communicate with other people while you're playing. I mean, we don't know. I mean, I just think that if it was really bad environment and he knew it and felt it, that he might be one of those kids that just wants to get out of that. And or something nefarious happened, but we don't know. I mean, we just don't know. We can speculate, but in my gut tells me that this kid is smart enough to know that he didn't want to be where he was. And that's my gut, but you know what? My gut means nothing.
That's a good possibility. But the last I heard, he did not have internet access. I don't know
Yeah,
if
that's what I
it's
heard
been
too.
changed or not, but something about he was playing in Fortnite and stuff on a Wii or Switch or something. I'm not a gamer, so
I'm not either. Yeah. But you know, I always question that photo where he's with the trophy. They show him with the
yes,
big trophy. I
right.
still, I may have missed it, but I still don't know what that trophy was for or why he got it. Does anybody know?
It's hard telling with the picture. The clarity ain't that good.
I mean, you get a kid like that and he has this huge trophy next to him. He's something. I mean, what was it for?
I'm not sure, but I know the photo you're talking
That
about.
looks. I think it's maybe some kind of game trophy, because that looks like a Wheel of Fortune wheel.
Mm.
Oh, that's possible.
What does it say up above?
It's hard telling.
Oh,
Tic tac toe, Wheel of Fortune, and whatever the competition was called.
Oh.
Hmm. Maybe we need to look into some gaming websites and see if we can find that photo, or do a image search.
I like that photo though of him. But
If
you
you can
see how
see
he
what-
has his hands? That's kind of similar to the picture,
Mm-hmm.
except he just has one hand that's in front of him in the picture that was taken out there.
Okay, thumbs sticking out a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Well, he also has the contraction. I don't want to call it a contracture, but like a, I don't know.
No, it's almost like a.
I don't know what the tag says. If you guys can tell me, let me know.
I can't see that.
You know what I mean? I don't
barely-
know.
Sorry about that, y'all. My national alarm went off for some reason.
Well, I didn't hear it.
Mm-mm.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I can't
It
read
was
that.
awful loud in my ears.
I'm sure it probably says his name and then there's something up above, but I
Yeah,
can't
it's
read it.
Sebastian, and it's probably the same logo that's on this thing right here. You
Yeah,
know?
well, whatever it is, it was an accomplishment for him.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big trophy.
Yeah, I mean, we're not. I mean, it's a big trophy. Like it's taller than him,
Mhm.
and he's there all proud, you know, leaning up against it or looking like he's leaning up against it. I don't know. I think this kid was really, really smart. Is really smart.
Yeah, I don't
But
think they're giving the credit that he needs. But his
yeah, well,
you were talking about his hands, and his hands remind me of someone that's got cerebral palsy or
yes,
muscular dystrophy. They
yeah,
they kind of
contraction.
atrophy a little bit.
Yes, yes, that hand, like, yeah. Hmm. It's mild, but it's there. Like I mean,
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. It's mild, but you know, again, cerebral palsy, people who have cerebral palsy can be very intelligent. Um,
oh yeah, yeah.
who's that
I've
guy's
got a couple.
Hawkins? What's that guy's name? Hawkins, the one that passed away that was in a wheelchair.
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, what did
Stephen
he have?
Hawking.
Yeah, he was very intelligent. He had something going on with him.
I think he had CP.
I think so too. They can be very intelligent because what is missing with regard to their neurological, like their limbs and everything, it's like they make up for it in their brain. Like, I
Right.
don't know. But somebody is saying he was good at chess.
Yeah. I believe his dad said that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to play him in chess then.
Yeah. You know, I do. I think he was probably really, really smart and misunderstood. And if he was really, really smart, he would know that he was in a situation that he didn't like. That's all.
Well,
Right.
yeah. I mean, there's been different stories about how, we've heard stories about how uh, he told like, Seth that he was afraid to go back home to Katie's house. And then we've heard stories now where, he didn't want to go there because he was going to be alone because Seth worked nights. So you hear all these different
Mm.
things, and it's like, what the
As time
huh?
as time passes by, you're hearing a little bit more information. It's
I
like
mean, just
throwing
a whole
breadcrumbs.
bunch. Yeah,
Yeah.
breadcrumbs, confetti. And it's
Hmm.
like, let's just stick to the looking for answers, because that's what we're doing with
Yeah.
everybody that we even, any of these things that we talk about on the shows are searching and seeking for answers, whether it's the truth, whether it's about why there's this conspiracy, why did these things happen, why is it this way.
Yeah. So like I'm looking for clues, like what could have happened, you know? And I'm starting with Sebastian because the parents are that whole family seems so dysfunctional that I don't even want to go there. I just want to I'm curious as to how Sebastian perceived his environment. And people think he was they say he's an autistic teen, so a lot of people don't understand what that means. Like, is he like they don't understand. They think he's disabled and isn't going to know things, but that's not true.
Right.
I mean, being autistic may mean that he's like, the bell curve, he's over there on the higher end, which makes him not normal, where everybody's in the middle, the bell curve. So, he may be
Yeah.
very, very intelligent and not fit in with everybody. And he may have some neurological issues, but, I mean, who knows? I don't know the kid. It's just
I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know the. I don't have very much experience with, autism myself. So
well,
I
I
have
have
a
no idea.
go ahead,
Huh?
Busby.
I have a friend who's got a son. I have a friend that's got a son that's autistic, and I've been around a couple autistic people, but I'm not super familiar with the. I don't want to say handicap, but um, diagnosis
Yeah.
of autism.
Yeah. So the one thing I can remember, there was a movie about, I guess, Tom Cruise was in it, and so was Dustin Hoffman. And Dustin Hoffman was Tom Cruise's brother in the movie.
I don't remember the name of it.
And he was like brilliant with counting
Yes.
things, but he couldn't do anything else, right? So, but he was brilliant with stuff. And there's a lot of people who like, they can't spell for shit, but they're brilliant with math. So it's Rain Man, that's the movie. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay, yeah, I remember that movie.
so there's a lot of people who are really,
Brought
really
us way
smart.
back with that one.
Yeah. No, yeah, but that was an interesting one. So, whoa, that was a long time ago. But it was interesting because he would repeat things over and over again.
Mhm.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Very intelligent. Yeah, crazy
but
intelligent.
very intelligent. He just
Right.
didn't fit in. I mean, he wasn't socially fitting in. I mean, who's going to want to be with a guy that says things over and over? And so I don't know this kid, but he was just diagnosed, from what I understand, and I don't know if it's true, but I think it is. Last year, he was diagnosed last year with autism, which is weird because normally they're diagnosed way earlier. But he also had that chromosome deletion syndrome, which I don't know anything about.
Right.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
part of being autistic. It's just part of the diagnosis for autism. But so autism has several different levels to it. Some of them are very mild, and some are very. You can definitely tell someone is autistic. Coming from me being disabled myself and going through mainstream classes and being with a lot of disabled people of different types of disabilities, the one person that I would love to speak to would be his teacher.
Right.
Because
his teacher spoke about him. We have go ahead.
Yeah, I heard that the teacher spoke out, but just to have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they chose the right questions with the teacher, but the teacher usually there is a mainstream homeroom class for disabled where everybody gets in there, they do an hour of work from other classes or whatever. There's usually a one teacher that is over everybody that's disabled in the school. They go to a certain, like a homeroom. So that one teacher knows those individuals very, very well. I mean, they know, what type of disability they have. They know what kind of tics and quirks
You
they have.
You got to learn their
everything.
personality.
Yeah. Right. And it's not like, and I hate the word normal, okay? Because, I mean, everybody's got some sort of disability or something wrong with them, but it's like this one teacher would know him more intimately than any other teacher in the whole school. So she would know how he felt. And if he were to express his feelings to any of his teachers, it would be that one teacher, in my opinion. If that makes any sense.
I think I understand what you're saying. And those are for like the main homeroom study hall. They might be mainstream but they have that one study hall. Is that what you're saying?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's
home
like
base.
a.
Like a home
It's like
base.
It's like, yeah, like a home room. Um, I used to go through it all the time, where I would take one class of the day, and I'd go to homeroom, and that's where we would either do functions with all the disabled people that were in it, or I would sit there and do my homework. It's just like homeroom or home base, however they call it these days. Old, so that I'm probably older than both y'all. So
I don't think so.
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it these days.
Well, yeah, I think I understand what you're saying. And also too, there's some autistic kids that, that you can't tell necessarily that they're autistic. They're kind of like, the old term would be Asperger's, or like high functioning autistic. I don't think they call them that anymore. But there are some people who are like that, and they're very vulnerable, when they have that, because they look normal. But some of them are extremely smart and can outsmart any predator. Some of them are gullible. So they're all different,
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
but I understand. I know what you're talking about. I do know what you're talking about the main study hall.
Right.
And people would get bullied because they went to that main study hall. Like I think everybody knew. Like in, at least where I went to school, like back in the day.
Mhm.
But no, I know what you're talking
Mhm.
about.
It's like whenever I was in school, they'd let us out 5 minutes before the bell rang to get to our other class, and everybody was complaining because we got out early. Not the fact that we had to
Yeah.
push our wheelchairs to the other class without getting run over by the rest of the whole school, but they would complain about that. So,
Yeah.
but that's just my opinion. I would love to pick that teacher's brain,
Yeah.
but there's so many different options, and with now North Carolina being brought up in it. I mean, there was already Alaska being brought up in it. This could be anywhere.
I just hope he is somewhere. The last thing is, I mean, with
Well, it's like when we were all
Well, yeah, I
together
hope he's.
last, Buzz. It's like when we were all together last, and we were all saying to ourselves, you, me, and
Mhm.
Narc, we were all like, this is crazy. Like there's no answers.
There's
Mhm.
no
Like
rhyme or reason
there's no
for any of it.
yeah, there's no direction.
There's
There's no
there,
direction.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you, when Narc went into that pond and we found that hat, I thought I was gonna stop breathing when we found that hat. But um, other than that, we didn't find. I mean, we didn't even find a trace. And we went everywhere, and it's
Yeah.
just like, how.
So many places.
But
So many places.
there was a place.
Go ahead.
There was a place where CJ found some kind of orange, like band, like a wristband.
Oh, that was Mississippi.
Okay. So what sometimes when you go to these like kid recreational places, they put a band on you. And I swear, I don't know where it was. I heard that the place where Texas Roadhouse had a, like, I don't even know. I don't want to misspeak, but that orange band could have been significant, but I don't really know. I mean, other than that, I mean, how do you, somebody could trace that orange band to a place like where they give kids orange bands so that they
Oh,
know
yeah.
that I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I don't know how you would trace that, but
There'd be information on those bands. There's information, and then it would just go
Yeah,
back to. Then that goes back to footage and all that other information, just based off of what's
yeah, but
on it.
other than that, there's like it's like
could be
geez.
information on it. It could be a symbol.
Right. It's a band for something, which has information for something,
just-
which is tied digitally.
The bowling alley, that was it. The bowling alley.
Right.
And Sebastian may have had like
Strike and spare.
Yeah, he may have had like bowling shoes. I don't know if he had some that were bought for him or some that he rented, like that you can rent them. But I know some autistic kids are weird about their shoes. Like they're like want their, I mean, not all, but it's like, what is it called? Perseveration, where they just focus on something and they can't, it's like a repetitive circle. It's like they can't get off of it.
It's like a sensory overload.
It could be that. Yes, it could be that.
So
that can trigger it.
I've heard both. I've heard a lot of autistic kids don't like shoes.
I've heard
and
both.
I've heard they do like
shoes. But it's like an obsessive.
Like,
it's not like I don't like shoes. It's more like I can't stand shoes, or I need my shoes. I need my shoes. And I think Rain Man would probably be a good show to watch, a good movie to watch.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that movie. It was a good movie. Definitely. Let me see here.
So the new spokesperson for Seth, he's also he's also the spokesperson for Caleb Harris family.
Mm-hmm.
What's his background? I missed that.
I don't know. We can check it out. I like him. I think I like him a lot.
Yeah. He seems neutral.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, neutral, but also responsible too.
Yes, and focused on the issue. Like we need clues to help figure out what happened to Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
It's clues, regardless of where it comes from. It could come from the parents, the stepdad, whatever. Just clues so that we can find him. And a lot of trash goes on, just a lot of misinformation that is so stupid.
Let's see. Let's do this. Go ahead and get our cameras set up like that. I'm surprised they weren't on longer, but I'm glad that Tony. Shout out to the other families too.
Mm-hmm.
For even they said the grandma for even giving the family, the blessing of using his resources, because it's like I showed you guys the post in the beginning, and then we went through it the other day when it came to the Wed Sleuth's appearance and how certain questions weren't answered, and I think it's ridiculous. I'm glad that there's some responsible people here, and he's definitely because he's without even you could easily say I shouldn't have to say this, but I guess I have to. Instead of saying that,
because you people are dumb, it's more like
right. You could be respectful about it and give people an example of why, which is what he did. He said, "Look, guys, let's be honest." And Seth can even answer this. If he would see the video, come across it, notice something, then he's going out there on his own, which he shouldn't. He would be tempted to do so out of the love for his son. You know what I mean? So
100%.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, there's a way to do it in a way not to.
Yeah. If that was my kid and I seen that information, there'd be no stopping me. I'd be in North Carolina before you could even say don't.
Oh, for sure.
That's just
for sure.
That's just me, and I wouldn't care. But trying to use my filter.
Well, you trying to
You're good.
use
We say fucking shit we say it all the time.
but trying to use my filter. I think people identify, like they try to place something with these parents, like they identify with some aspect of them, and then they just speak about them, and it's true. Everybody has an opinion. It's just like if we just focus on finding Sebastian and focus on clues, forget all the bad stuff. Just focus on what could have happened. And the sad thing is a lot of people, can speculate that the parents did something to him, or the mother, or the stepfather, or even Seth. I mean, and it's normal to speculate, but yeah, there's a point, right? We don't know what happened. All we know is that Sebastian was not in a good situation for sure. He wasn't. No. And if I were in his shoes and I was at that age, I probably would have gotten the fuck out of there. But that's just me.
Well, I don't even know what happened at home.
Right? We don't know, but just what's happening.
So much speculation out there. We don't even know, what happened at home.
We don't. But we know how we have an understanding of how the family dynamics are, because they've been talking, to people. So, there's some basis, because the family's been out there.
Yeah, there's just certain things that are hitting me wrong that I'm like, that should have never happened, or whatever.
Troll alert. Sorry. Yep, there's a troll alert. That's the troll alert. Troll alert. Troll alert. The people that don't know how to put the left foot in front of the right foot. Or chew gum at the same time. Yeah, or chew gum at the same time as walking. It's a dangerous world out there, people. It's a dangerous world. Everything you believe.
Hey, I can't.
It's true. That type.
I can't talk and drive at the same time because I always miss my turn. But
hey, that's true. Hey, especially when you're doing a stream, because you got to worry about chat.
Yeah.
That's the reason. That's a lot of the reason why, is because you're also, when you're looking at the speedometer every 6 or 7 seconds, you're also looking at the chat real quick too. So yeah, doop. All right. Look. I got to look over there anyway for the speedometer, so that's why the chat is there at the same time. It was an interesting interview. I'm glad.
I'm half blind, anyways. I can't see chat.
Yeah,
probably half blind.
Well, StreamYard. Now that there might be some changes with StreamYard coming up, you guys, because StreamYard was just bought. StreamYard was just bought from a company that has a lot of different interests, and usually when that happens, unfortunately, the prices go way up, and you don't get what you pay for, and we already know it's kind of that way already. So just as a heads up, if one day you all of a sudden see me using some other kind of platform or something, that is why. But it probably won't happen for a few months. They were just purchased recently, I think a month ago. So usually whenever these tech companies gulp up some company that is making money, they kind of chill back and see how everything runs for like half a year to a year, and then they make changes where they just get rid of everybody that's been working on it this whole time, that knows how it goes, and then all of a sudden bugs and all this other stuff come to mind. So just as a heads up, it sucks. I hate to hear about it, but
right.
It ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
What was so bad last night? I was only in there for a while. Huh. Go ahead.
What was so bad? What was so bad where?
Detective.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
That was
StreamYard?
horrible last night.
Really? I haven't had
No,
any
and
issues tonight.
what detective's talking about. No, I was going to say OBS and what used to be called Melon are both pretty good.
Yeah, but I don't know how to. I have OBS. I use that for my game nights.
Mhm.
And I was thinking about having one tonight playing some LSPDFR now. But I use that for like the game nights when we're playing like The Price is Right and stuff like that. Do you guys want to play some games for a little bit?
Yeah.
You
If
guys
want
want
to.
me to shut it down and make a game show?
Yeah, we could have a little break, like 15, 20 minutes.
That way I don't include it in the case topic. We'll just separate it and have a game show. That way it's, that way anybody that's coming to the video is just about the case. And
Yeah.
yeah,
that
you
sounds
guys
good.
want to? Then you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do that. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Is there anybody, mods, angels, is there anything you guys want me to cover before we're done tonight? And we'll be back soon. Just check out the intro. If you joined in the middle of the show, check out the intro. I got a special message for you guys. And it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. And somebody that it's been a while since we worked together. Somebody that you all loved is coming back. And back from vacation. She was on vacation.
Najee?
Yes, Najee will be back, and we're going to be searching together, everybody. Starting at the beginning of the week, we're going to have a special show Sunday night. We're going to have a pre-search show. So we're going to be, me and Najee are going to be teaming up, searching for Sebastian. As well as some other members for the search crew. We're going to be teaming up as well. We're going to be doing some searches for Sebastian because I'm sitting there this week and I'm doing all this work with these other families and I'm sitting here and I'm like, man, I wish I could do this same amount of work for Sebastian. And with all that dumb shit from, again, these people, from all the dumb shit, it's but I want to say I appreciate the conversations that I've had in the background regarding the safe environment and making sure it's a safe environment for us to be able to do our effective searches. Now that I've had those conversations, I'm glad that we can come back because, like I said, I want to say shout out to Terry Lynn for doing those marathon streams. But damn,
right.
We need more people out there. And I'm glad that we were able to have these conversations this week. That's why I wasn't live very much. I'm glad that we were able to have these conversations too. So that way everybody understands that we're about the right thing. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. Because it is about we're here to help in any way that we can, whether it's here or there. We're here to help in any way we can because our ultimate goal is finding Sebastian, not creating speculation or misinformation. So I want to say thank you to everybody. And in the background, you know who you are. I appreciate you very much. And we'll be having other stuff for other cases coming soon that I've been working on the last couple of weeks as I've been kind of chilling back. I've always been at the desk the whole time. I have not strayed away from the desk. I've been working, even though I haven't been on. But it's like I told you guys a couple weeks ago, actually a week before, even like 3 weeks ago, I told you guys it was going to get like this. Now we're going to be starting to get into some of the stuff that I started to plan a few weeks ago. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys for coming in to hang out tonight. Thank you, Busby, for all you do. I'm going to drop the link for your channel. Thank you, Yoli. Appreciate you.
If you want me to drop your link, let me know. I don't know if there's a new one or not.
There is, but you don't have to drop it right now. I
Okay.
don't have anything going on. Not yet.
Well, do me a favor, send it to me then, and I'll make sure I do. That way I get the right one. And thank you, Angels. Like I said, if you guys want to thank the Angels, just hit
Yes, thank you.
exclamation
They're
point.
great.
Thank you, Angels. And you can see the special message.
I'm
appreciate
addicted
that.
to them.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Sorry.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to shut it down.
Okay.
I'll set it for like 15, 20 minutes, and we'll be back. We'll play some games.
All right.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Sounds
Bye.
good.
Mhm.
All right. Later.
All right.